You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
While up in China, in a hotel having breakfast, I met up with the professor who created the coronavirus. I said, "Bro, you afraid a tribunal charge you for genocide? Please take heed. My advice to you, find some other planet to hide." He said, "Crazy. What it is mankind really hoping for? He always inciting war, have the whole world in an uproar. Planet Earth, he told me it was given free as a gift to man, for us to seek the Father's interests and live peacefully on the land. Man believe that for him to survive, he must be living in strife. And without even thinking twice, he corrupt his entire life. Then he told me, man must be taught a lesson. Man to hide and wouldn't listen. While they have church members believing they must have no wealth in this world, and by making the pastor richer, this brings salvation to their soul. He told me, man must be taught a lesson. Man to hide and wouldn't listen. Since the thoughts of man is to bring destruction upon himself and his quest for power, he cares about no one else. I had to create something beyond man's imagination. That is why my coronavirus spiritually wake up the conscience of man. Mankind was getting out of control, causing too much destruction in the world. Oh yes, causing too much destruction in the world. Had to remind the professor about all the people who died and ask him, was his first endeavor experiment that he tried? I said, "Bro, how about you giving a worldwide apology? Show remorse to the universe for causing such catastrophe." He said, "Crazy. One of mankind's greatest weaknesses is greed. A price he must pay indeed in his quest for him to succeed." Then he quote, saying, "The miracle of life is also a gift. By one breath every creature exists, so why should there be any rift? Man believe that he is a God and he has the right to control. As a shareholder of this world, he must act the creator's role." He told me, man must be taught a lesson. Man to hide and wouldn't listen. Man breaking the laws of creation, trying to change up the Father's plan, and giving God an ultimatum to clone a generation. he told me, man must be taught a lesson. Man to hide and wouldn't listen. Imagine in some states abortion is already legalized, and also drugs and prostitution are no more being penalized. I had to create something beyond man's imagination. That is why my coronavirus spiritually wake up the conscience of man. I had to do it simply because the world couldn't continue as it was. Oh yes, the world couldn't continue as it was. I told him murder is murder, and you know it's against the law. So how could you live on hereafter or live the same life as before? We both know that God is the creator who is responsible, and at some point in time to come, you will be held accountable. He said, crazy. All the Father's work is magnificent, but man refused to repent, doing things without his consent. The sunlight, the wind and the rain are his gifts that he gives to us as a way to express his loving for the ones who have gained his trust. Man believe that he is a judge, jury and executioner, but his greatest challenge by far are his deeds in particular. He said, man must be taught a lesson. Man to hide and wouldn't listen. Nuclear warheads are being tested and mashing up the ocean bed. Man finding excuse for destroying all our marine life instead. He said, man must be taught a lesson. Man to hide and wouldn't listen. When I look at Colombia, North Korea and Russia, blood flowing like water, and nobody has the answer. I had to create something beyond man's imagination. That is why my coronavirus spiritually wake up the conscience of man. I had to do it from a heart and soul, because the whole world was out of control. Oh yes, because the whole world was out of control. Think about AIDS, SARS and Ebola, cancer, malaria and swine flu. All these earthquakes causing disaster and tsunami to name a few. I said, bro, this pandemic creating fear, but it's nothing strange. What a shame with man getting warning and his direction hasn't changed. He said, crazy. It have much more deadly virus to come, and the source that it coming from, it will sacrifice man's freedom. The COVID used to spread to others when somebody sneeze or cough. Next virus will be private parts. Things in front there will just fall off. When I look at the USA, in Russia, Iraq and Ukraine, all them missiles line up and waiting to cause misery and pain. Then he told me, man must be taught a lesson. Man to hide and wouldn't listen. We must protect the ozone layer emphatically at all costs. With this set a chemical mixture that cracking up the shield by force. Man must be taught a lesson. Man too high and wouldn't listen. When I look at Hezbollah in Israel and Palestine, these people killing one another from the beginning of time. I had to create something beyond man's imagination. That is why my coronavirus spiritually wake up the conscience of man. This whole wide world wanted a shaking up for this spiritual wickedness to stop. Oh yes, oh yes, for this spiritual wickedness to stop. When I look at Lebanon, Egypt and Jerusalem, warring for generation and cannot find a solution. When I look at Pakistan, in India and Afghanistan, I see there is no hope for man, only human destruction. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. For this spiritual wickedness to stop. For this spiritual wickedness to stop. Hey, hey, oi, oi. Hey, hey, oi, oi. In Trinidad and Tobago, politics was we and them. That was never meant to be so, according to the anthem. But ethnic insecurity was maintained to divide us by some people in the country to sow the seeds of distrust. But we have fought a new system within the community. Now what used to be we and them has now become only we. From now on this nation is we. From now on it is you and I. From now on it is unity. From now on we flying high. All the races have come together to build a better country and create a brighter future for the whole society. The we and them thing is no more, because it is plain to see in this country from shore to shore the community is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. India and some came from Africa. Look today, their descendants are here, coexisting together. There are others who came here too, the Chinese, Syrians and such. Native people are just a few in this land that we love so much. But the politics of the day and the love for a party cause people to begin to say them is them and we is we. From now on this country is we. From now on we all shall be one. From now on that's how it shall be. From now on all division done. As today united we stand, the people of Trinbago. One country, one nation, one island. Chutney Pan and Calypso. It's Trinidad and Tobago, better known as TNT. And we want the whole world to know we see ourselves as we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. In this nation is no more, and Mother China done disappear, gone away for good I'm sure. If we want to build a real nation, there can be no we and them. In spite of ethnic persuasion, all should fit in the system. Side by side we stand hand in hand within this society, this here paradise island, because you and I means we. From now on, Laventille is we. From now on, race do not matter. From now on, we means unity. From now on, we are together. They cannot divide me again, cause we enter a new era. United we shall all remain, looking out for each other. Eric tell me matter they done. Today it is plain to see a new paradigm has begun, and that paradigm is we. No more we and them. From now on this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on this nation is we and we and we and we. Some politicians have tried their best to keep we subdivided, as their policies would attest. And now we are united, using that old colonial scheme. They sought to divide and rule, because if we are not a team, we are more easy to fool. Look, they had us fighting each other, causing misery and pain. Now all these times are gone forever, before never again. From now on, Trinidad is we. From now on, one philosophy. From now on, Tobago shall be. From now on, standing equally. No more African, no more Indian. We shall all be citizens, forged together to build one nation. Though we are different persons, done away with the we and them. In this land of La Trinity, whenever we sing the anthem, from now on is only we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we and we and we and we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we and we and we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we and we and we and we.
It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. So sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. People see you smile, but don't hold the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover, 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 cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover me, man. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me. Cover me.
Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And if you are new and you just joined us and you don't know what the DAG Triplets are, the DAG Triplets, Diana, she's the Storm, with Stormy. There's also myself, Anselm. Anselm is Wall Street or Slim or Flash. And then there's the G, which is Gary, which is the Phantom. And then there's also a fourth part of the fourplets, that is no other than Tommy, Marshall, the Commissioner in Newark, Nesbitt. And you know we do it here in the village. We originate, we don't imitate. So wherever you're from, if you're from Macedonius, Statonius, Venus Septonius, wherever you're from, if you wear a red jersey, a pink jersey, a blue jersey, a white jersey, a pink, a green, a yellow, if you're yellow on the outside and green on the inside, green on the outside and yellow on the outside, yellow on the outside and red on the inside, pink on the outside and yellow on the inside, whatever you are, whatever it is, you are always welcome in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Yes, we are live on WZYE 95.9 FM here in New Jersey. So let me bring in 1/3 of the DAG Triplets, no other than Diana, Waveney, Stormy, the Storm, Greta, the Bajan, the Trin Bage Gonian, Waveney, Marshall.
Good evening, everybody. I hope it all that wee wants to have water to flush them.
You good, but you get lit. Oh God, give him a little break now, man. Let him.
My brain is thinking.
Let him at least go over the flood now, man. They have flood into the Trinidad again. Let him at least.
I hope it all that wee. Well, I have on a green jersey, so I welcome in the village.
Yeah.
With a red poof.
A red pom pom. That's a pom pom.
Yeah.
And
a green jersey. So.
Oh, good. All right. Let me say welcome to no other than Tommy, Marshall, the Commissioner in Newark, Nesbitt. Thomas, how are you doing?
Good evening to my village family. It's always a pleasure to be in the village. And I know when I say I is not good. It's about we. We makes us well. We spells well, and I spells ill, so I'm not gonna say I. I'll say we. Well, we
hope
well. All is well.
I hope Wassa have water to flush all that wee.
You see, that's why we play that song by Crazy, you know, we the people.
They got to dig a well.
It's we the people. It's we.
Okay, everybody we in.
We going with we. And of course,
we good.
Yeah, it is I mean, the things always go the same in the village. Every once in a while, you know, we have a little hiccup and a male may come in first. But, you know, I mean.
But you hear Crazy song, Man Harden. And I agree with it. Man Harden. Oh, Lord.
I say I ain't going to play that song because I know Diana Benskin mind is me. I already know it, you know.
Man Harden. It's Crazy, you got it right. Only Harden.
So it's just man alone Harden, woman Harden.
Man Harden. I done talk, Crazy. Done confirm.
So you're admitting that man is in control then?
Man in no control. How man getting control? Control of who?
You say man Harden. You agree with Crazy. So if man Harden, they ought to be in control to be Harden. Because they're not listening.
Who man in control of? Maybe in control of his domicile location. And in control of nothing. And the woman in the house is the boss. Because if you don't make her happy, nothing ain't right. So,
well, a lot of men will disagree with you on that, you know.
A lot of men will disagree with you on what?
That woman is boss in the house.
Woman is the boss. Woman sets the tone for the household. You have to go along.
Well, in my house, in my house, I have two bosses. I have my wife and I have my daughter.
All right then. Now you done talk. Yeah,
no, but that's just me. That's just me. But other men may not think like that.
Woman is boss, and until all you learn that, then the world will tick right. But you all don't learn. You all not listening. All you harden.
Tommy, I ain't play the song for that. that was the significance of the song, you know. You see, I play Crazy, The Awakening, right? They're called The Awakening. And then I play Crazy with the People, right? She took the song by Crazy, The Awakening, and say man to harden, literally, right? And then she take the song with the people and say wassa wee. You see? I mean, I don't get it.
That's the brain.
We can't win for losing. We can't win for losing.
Yeah, you can't. I just want to stimulate people's minds. You understand? And you see how I stimulate her mind?
Yeah, you cannot. That's the way the poet's brain think. You know, if they, I don't. You know, I go and I. We. Oh, okay.
But then you have the analysts who say we is for wellness, and I is for illness.
Right, there you go. You see?
And when you say double we, that means we in. So you need Wassa need to get their water act together if they're gonna be a whole lot of we in.
Oh God, you see. Anyway, of course, as usual, you know, it's no consistent. I mean, Nadia was in the village first again, second, third. Takesha was fourth. So tonight, Nadia might be a little tired because the emoji is not flying like the other night. You know, I feel she went out and walked today. So, you know, because when you walk, you have to drive your arms, you know. So Nadia's fingers must be a little tired tonight. So the emojis ain't flying like before, like the other night. You understand? But Nadia, that's all right. At least the consistency of the emojis coming. So, of course, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 emojis, right? And some good evening love. Diana Benskin, hi darling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You know, people must be saying, why the hell he just be always counting them damn emojis, boy? Why you don't just go with the program? You know what I mean? You know, sometimes I try to go into people's brain, right? You know,
no. You just a PNM back analyst, but go ahead.
But what does that do? What does that to do with dining and
No,
with
you have
PNM?
PNM Bacchanals. So you only go take
But but
emoji and make Bacchanal out of it. Go ahead.
but the PNM people will say something totally different to you about me.
Go ahead. They only
They
like
wouldn't
Bacchanal.
they wouldn't say I know PNM Bacchanals anyway.
Only like Bacchanal. All the PNM people like
So
Bacchanal and confusion.
So Takesha was 4th and 5th. Of course, Takesha sharing out emojis like crazy. Diana, good night, Diana, the storm. Nadia, good evening, Tommy, love. Tommy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tommy. Nadia Rashan,
I'm looking. It's right back at Takesha. Takesha, it's right back at you, my darling.
Yeah, Tommy. Nadia ration the emojis with you.
I still got nothing but love for her. I got nothing but love for her.
Nadia put them emojis in a little box and she shake it up and she said only going to me 7 tonight.
we have a new person in the village. I got just call him Triple H.
I didn't
even want to call him.
I see the name already. I see the name. So yeah, Takesha was 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and then Nadia was 9th, Takesha was 10th. So all right, so Takesha showing out blue hearts, like plenty blue hearts. Thank you, Takesha. Nadia getting red hearts. Oh. But look now, Nadia give Gary Mabi a high. And Nadia get Gary 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey! But wait now. But what is this? Tommy! Nadia get Gary 11 and you get 7, boy. What is that one? 7, 11?
I still got nothing but love for her.
All right. I thought that kind of 7, 7-Eleven is a store in this country. 7-Eleven.
Hey, Nadia says she stay inside and cook and eat. She ain't went nowhere walking.
You see what?
It's flood. The place flood out. We want you to go and walk.
What flood? Flooding supposed to do nothing.
But you can't go and walk through that compromised water. You don't know
what compromised water.
You don't know what's swimming in that water.
No. They not no snake or cayman or nothing in that water.
I don't care. Snake.
No. You afraid snake? That's what it is. You afraid snake.
What? I put my foot in that water at all.
All right. So Takesha says, Vonnie, Chris, Rajvi, Ellis, Ulrich, Troy, Heidi, good night. All right. Nadia send some love to Takesha as well. Takesha say Rose, Lana, Carice, Marcia, Miss Coover, Joan, good night. Takesha say woman power. God, woman is boss. That's what she say. Only killing and crime been going on in Trinidad. But I tell you. Olinsi at 10 for long and Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is the new water lord in Trinidad, you know.
Oh Lord, Father God. Even that and all the PNM can't put up a tent and sleep.
Is that the water lord? You know what?
No.
As I say that, let me see if I get something here.
Oh no, already.
You sure they didn't hire some contractors from another party to put up that tent?
Oh.
I don't know, boy. I just see. I will play that video just a bit, but I want to see if I get this song.
Oh no.
I will. Let's see if I get this song. Water. Yeah.
Somebody had meatballs and pasta and fried chicken. Nadia. Nadia showing off on your hands. Like.
Pasta and meatballs?
And fried chicken. That's what she had. So she ain't went nowhere walking.
But no, I'm very disappointed in her and Joan. Because I mean a month ago the thing was real good and it was going nice. And I said yes.
Slim, you cannot expect them to go out there. The rain falling really hard in Trinidad. You really can't expect them to go out there.
Rainfall last Saturday. Was there rain Saturday too?
I don't know. Maybe they had something else to do.
Why you making excuses for them?
But look, I'm in the gym and I don't go every day. I just go 3 days a week.
No, nobody knocks. I'm not talking about you. I talking about Nadia and Joan. Joan and them. Joan, since the last time Joan walked up the priority route, she has walked. Has she walked since?
Leave the girl alone. Yeah. Hey, Joan, you're a boss. You can walk well.
All I hear what the people want.
All them hands in the air, boy. You tell me water for all them hands?
Yeah, if people only want water, it's water the people want. I'll get back to the chat. But let me show you the one where
Rennie says weather for black leather belt.
Look, we had a new water lord in Trinidad and Tobago. There we go. Hold on. Watch this.
But she had a powerful social conscience. And she, as an individual and also an organization that she led, some difficulty here, we will get to it again shortly. Thank you.
Look the water. Want to see the water? Look.
The game baptized.
Oh God, the sun coming down and all kind of things.
I told you all up, son. I told all him no. None of them want to stop the man. Not a soul. Not a soul want to stop the man.
Water for Heinz again.
Not a soul want to stop him. Not a soul. But why nobody want to stop her? Tell them that. Tell all them that.
Woo!
Bag of officials here. A whole bag of officials and nobody want to stop it. I never see them done so. A whole ton of officials and they say, yeah, leave him. B, I tell you that. Nobody gonna let news happen, B. Leave it alone. If they have officials there for that. Leave it alone, B. Yes, B. We have news. We have news to do. We are working with them. B, they have a national security. You have security officers for the national security. Don't do that. Leave it alone. How long I see that happening? You know how long? And I told them, and nobody want to stop the man. I said 2 minutes. Nobody want to cut it. Nobody want to cut it. They prefer embarrassment. They prefer embarrassment. I tell them, I say, hey, that is going to benefit. Either water goes where it wants. We are the Josephine Shaw opening of the Josephine Shaw house in Port of Spain, where a tent has just collapsed under the pressure and weight of water, while the Minister of National Security, Fitzgerald Hines, was giving his feature address. And this is from calls to myself to ask them to cut the program and release the pressure of water that would have been on the tent. Officials, I signaled to officials from the UDCOT as well as officials from National Security, and they will say they have it under control basically. And this is the aftermath of having it under control. A total end to the program because the tent has collapsed under weight of the water here today. Not man-made, but because of the water. Mr. Hines had to rush out from under the tent, and this is what took place here now. We are still on the scene. The program has been cut.
He get baptized. He get baptized.
It seemed to me like everything collapsing in the chair under Dr.
Look at the positive. He get baptized.
Yeah, but like everything collapsing, look how things collapsing left, right, and center. A tent.
He get blessed.
Yeah, he had to get blessed.
He get baptized. That's what I said. He get baptized. Or maybe that's indicative of things to come.
I don't know, boy. I don't know what else to say. You know, like they ain't listening. The fella trying to tell them all, the tent going and collapse, right? The tent can't deal with the weight of the water, right? And all your time for you to do something, boy. Look,
they want to listen. as usual. They know better. You think we ought to make a special Q-tip to take the wax out the ears? Or how you get the wax out the ears? You go and you got a doctor and flush the ears or something?
Mm-hmm. Well,
So
they'll never learn.
why they not listening? What happened to your people answer? What's wrong with the PNM? What happened to them? Well, you say you got PNM. What's wrong with them?
I am a PNM, but I go control the PNM people mind.
So why do they behave that way and think and they act and why do they behave so?
I can't control. You see the thing is this, right? I'm not trying to control people's mind, because people allow other people to control their mind and think for them. I just think for myself. I am a critical thinker. I call myself a critical thinker, and I make no bones about it. I'm a critical thinker, right? I just think, and when I think, I just put it into action. That's plain talk, bad manners. Let me say welcome to Howard C. Prasad. He said this is only a distraction. The DPP has a lot more to do with all high-ranking officials, including the Prime Minister and the biggest thief and liar. Kapiza, welcome.
I hear Anderson was there.
Anything there? I sent Anderson the link,
Oh God!
Yes, Anderson was under the tent.
Yeah.
I feel as Anderson would throw that water up in that tent, I feel so, They have a next picture here. Let me see if I could get this picture here of a fella. Let me see if I could show this picture here. It have a next picture of a fella with a bucket of water. I noticed it good, but I wonder if that is. Let me see. Where it is, boy. This window here. What? Where is that one under?
Anderson, you throw water on the tent, boy, to make everything collapse.
I'll go try and find that one, because sources have indicated to me that Anderson might be the fella who somehow end up with a bucket of water, and knowing that Miss Hines was underneath it. When Anderson threw the bucket of water, that is when the tent came down. And I don't know. I'm just saying sources have indicated to me that's what it was, and I'm going to try to get the picture.
Oh Lord!
To show you all what it is. As a matter of fact, yeah, let me try. I will try and get that picture, because
Lana says the 600 water workers that threw the water on the tent.
Yeah.
So you said the sources and them indicate that to you, Anselm?
Yeah. Sources indicated to me that a gentleman that looked like Anderson, was at the side of the tent, and he had a white bucket, and at some point in time there was some release of water, either from the bucket, and somehow as soon as that happened, the tent collapsed. Oh, here it is here. All right, let me see if I could take a copy of this picture. All right, if all you think I lie, let me do this. Let me send this for. I'm gonna put this on the screen. All you think I lie, because all you know I like to tell truth, right? Because my mother-in-law told me 34 years ago, a liar has no memory, right? This is what sources have indicated to me, that there was a gentleman with a white bucket, and just before the tent collapsed, he was holding this white bucket, and and all of a sudden the tent collapsed, and the Minister of National Security sprint out of the place like if he was in the World Championship. As you all know, the World Championship is currently ongoing now. And all right, let me see this. Yeah, all right, Oli, let me get this one there. Yeah. I'm gonna come back to the chat a little minute. I'm just trying to get this picture here that was sent to me, by some sources that I don't know why they want to okay, I ain't getting that now.
Well, why are they blaming Anderson?
No, nobody. I don't. Nobody.
Maybe it was God telling them something, but they're not listening. They're hardened. They're not listening. You see, song you play, they're hardened. They're not listening.
Oh God, man too hardened
They're not
and wouldn't
listening.
listen. Oh
Yeah,
God.
Dr. Rowley ain't
Let me step
listening to
away
the
for a minute,
cries of
right?
the people.
My friends, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dr. Rowley not listening to the cries of the people. Bird ain't listening. Dodds Begolly now decides she going into the rural areas where and realize that the children who take the exam, they're not performing well. When we've been preaching this for the longest to address this thing, that this could be a backlash of the COVID and lockdown and in homeschooling. Now they're not listening. They're hardened. Hardened.
So how are we gonna get them to listen, Diana?
I
What has
don't.
to be done?
People have to put the finger in the right color ink. shake
But
them up. Get them a
so you
shake
want
up.
you want change, but
Change
you're
or
not worried if
overall
you get
change.
exchange.
No, I don't. Overall change. Just change. Change up the whole thing. That's all they need to do. Going along. Change it up and make whoever you put in there work for you. And when
Okay.
you know what's gonna happen when they realize. You see, like how Tobago do it. When they realize, I don't care who they put, but change it in Trinidad. They need changing. And those that go in there and say, these people change something for a long time and put us. We need to perform. They will perform. You will get what you want done. But you continue with the same old. Well, you're gonna get kakada. That's you get what you're getting now. But change it up. You need to try do something different. Do something different. That's what you need to do.
But you are saying, all right, folks. So here it is, there, folks. You all might be think I'm telling untruth. Here it is. I don't forget. Or you see the guy with the bucket.
Oh no.
Or you see the guy in the ladder with the bucket.
That somebody transplant that picture there.
I don't know. I don't know. I am just somebody sent me this picture and they say Wall Street. Look, you see Heinz under the tent, or you see Heinz under the tent, or you see look Heinz here under the tent, or you see him there, right? This fella here. Some people are saying that.
So what is he?
Huh?
That somebody maybe he was trying to take. He have another cup in his hand. He's dipping water off. You see your PNM people. You see all they like bacchanal.
He dipping water. How you see how you see dipping water?
Something in his hand. The other hand there. He look like he's trying to dip the water off.
If that's what you see, I see him holding his bucket in left hand, getting ready to hold the other part underneath with his right hand, and going and Heinz sees something like it look like if Heinz looking up or something. You understand? Right there. I think he might be looking up to see who it is. I don't know. I am not saying it is Anderson, but some people say that the man with the bucket was kind of suspicious. As soon as he finished and he come down from the ladder and he then collapsed and Heinz sprint out of the tent.
But who that fella look like though?
Who's that?
That don't look like Anderson. He has a darker complexion than Anderson. That don't look like Anderson.
I don't know, but like they take it from afar. I don't know. Take it from
afar. That Anderson. I have to. Nah. He more look like you. That might be you there. I don't know.
You look like me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so Anderson look like me. What is
that? That look like ranks or heavy.
No. I can tell you that ain't both of them. That is not both of them. That neither one of them.
Heavy. Ranks are heavy. Sabotaging the thing.
If it was heavy, they would have about 3 ladders under it. 3 ladders.
Ranks and heavy sabotaging the thing.
Nah, if that was heavy and ghost, they would have about 3 ladders. So folks, you all see there's been some people saying that it's Anderson. I don't know if it's Anderson. I wasn't there, so I don't know. You know what I mean? I understand why somebody will do that, but
It might be Philip
it
Alexander, you don't know.
no, that ain't not Philip Alexander.
Ooh.
No, that Philip not Philip Alexander. So let me go back to the chat real quick and welcome a few people.
Look, Akira, look, see? Wall Street, assist your boy now. There's only pressure under this administration.
Yeah, we had to take care of this, man. We had to take care of this. And this we go fix you, man. Don't worry yourself. Just be patient with me, we go fix you. So let me go back quickly here. The chat does go so quickly when we so
I see a new name in here, John something or the
Ken
other.
John. I think it's
Ken
Ken
John.
John. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to the village.
Yeah, Ken John, welcome.
We're not dealing with no letter belt tonight, Rennie, okay? Leave me alone. Yeah.
So Rennie, welcome. Howard C. Prasad, welcome. Kapiza, welcome. Okay. The chat went kind of Ken John. So folks, I don't know who Ken John is. I think this is the first time we have Ken John in the village with the DAG Triplets
I
on
wonder
WZYE.
if it's he that threw that water on the tent. Ken,
No.
you that threw that water on the tent?
Yeah. And Joan, welcome. Joan, we still trying to find out when is the last time you walk. Ken John says, in times like these, we need these kind of positive songs. That's what it's about, Ken. Yeah, absolutely. Howard C. Prasad want to ask Ken, what are you doing here? Hey, Albert, welcome, boy. How things in Canada?
Albert.
Yeah, Ken say you like that song. Yeah. You know, we had to get a little positivity in the village too, eh? Of course. Albert gone back to normal, no more emojis. Good evening, Ansem, Diana, and Diana, and Gary and Tommy. Good vibes. Yeah. We try to get some little good vibes in the village, of course, all the time. You know, every once in a while with the little songs and things, we try to play some conscious song. Faris, why are we coming? Faris, it says, good night, my friends. It was not me, Anderson Wilson.
We named Faris Rory.
Faris Rory, yeah. Faris Rory. All is good enough. All is easy. Akira say, Wall Street call Anderson. Here we go call him. Don't worry yourself. He inside. What, boy? Ken John said they need to turn up the heat and the piano. What heat they need to turn up on the piano?
What? Need to what?
Turn up the heat and the piano.
Turn up the heat?
Yeah.
On PNM? Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Ken. Not the heat. Turn on the furnace on them, man. That's what they need.
Lana said Trinidad need changing everything from government, politicians,
everything,
system.
Everything.
No, I agree with that.
Everything.
I totally agree with that.
Everything need changing for the better. For improvement. Not change because,
God. You know. Oh God, Ken John, boy, what? Ken John said Rowley not listening and UNC not working. Oh God, Ken.
Easy, Ken.
I don't think that's Ken first time. Ken, you ready to? Partner, I hope you can hold your corner. Partner, I hope you can hold your corner. Ken, welcome, Ken. Nobody welcome Ken now. Ken come out blazing, boy. Right? You know, in Chumakak, we used to get for Christmas, we used to get a little holster, right? You know, if you get a caps gun with one holster, that means you're poor. You know? But if you get a caps gun with two, if you get a holster with two guns, then you're inside. You're in business. You know? I used to get like half a holster and half a gun with half a roller cap.
Maybe your mother had to share the thing with your other brothers, Aunt Slim. You ever thought about that?
No, I mean I never complain about it. Once I get like half a roller caps. You know what I mean? But you see, I had to shoot less. You know what I mean? For that caps to last a little bit. You know, I shoot less. Kapiza says, Anselm as a big wig P&M. How you just take that input and change? As a big wig P&M? I don't know about that. I don't know about that big wig P&M.
Input in charge.
Yeah, Takesha, Diana, they love embarrassment. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, they're not listening. They're not listening.
Well, the reporter trying to tell him, partner, things go happen.
They're hard.
You know? Yeah, boy. I had to get Heinz credit though, you know. The man sprinted there. I think he sprinted a little faster than he sprinted to the bottom and the show water on him. I feel so.
Oh dear. But before we go, I just wanted to give props to the man who invented the air condition. Yeah, because I know people all across the United States, but Europe is not. Houses are not really equipped. Look, Stark's gone over there. Boris resigned. Now the place overheating. Starks better come back home here. Starks, you better come back to Trinidad.
You gotta go Grenada. You gotta go Grenada. Takesha was saying, I wonder if Anderson was there. You know, Takesha, we showed the picture. It looked like if Anderson sneaking the press conference.
I ain't sneaking no. And while we're on the air conditioner, I want to inform and educate my people. It was Frederick McKinley Jones, an African-American inventor who submitted 3 patents for the automatic refrigeration system. But they tend to give this dude, Dr. Willis Carrier, who built the first air conditioner. But it was Frederick McKinley Jones, who invented the system, the mechanics, the algorithms.
I don't
air
know.
condition. All right, so thank a black man.
Yeah, correct is right. Kapiza asking Anselm, what's going on with your P&M MPs? My P&M MP? I don't know.
All of them need to go home. All of them need to go home and give somebody else. Starting with the leader. Go home, retire, and go now. You know, please. And whoever they put there, make it possible for us in the diaspora. We can vote here if we want. Absentee vote. Or however, go to the different wherever and put we finger in we ink too. We have a saying in our country where we were born, or little got it like we are aliens or something. There we born. Born in Paget.
Akira say pleasant good night to all. Wall Street assist your boy now. He's only pressure under this administration. Well, look, Anderson get to go to a press conference. I go.
You get that, Anderson.
Anderson say good night. Faris Wari says good night, my friends. It was not me, Anderson Wilson. All you see Anderson defending himself. I just showed the picture of what was sent to me, and I was just relaying what was said. So, folks, we're going to go for a quick station identification. It's in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. And when we come back, we got some news for you. Stick and stay, don't go nowhere. It's in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM. You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
back with you. It's in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. And for those of you who are looking for a little redemption or a little...
I was wondering who you're playing them song for, but I'll leave it alone. I think you're hitting Dr. Rowley below the belt.
I might be playing them songs. I just playing these songs with them to uplift the people. The people need some uplifting. And you know, you gotta ride out the storm, and regardless, God is standing by. Ride out the storm and God is standing by. You know what I mean? Absolutely. You know what I mean? Carice, welcome. Joan says, big tune, boy. Joan says, big tune.
But Anselm, I have something here. When you're done, I want to address.
1 minute. Joan says, Wall Street, you play that tune for Hines. I don't know. I don't know. You know. No other set tunes where they just set up. And you know, I mean, just choose to try to inspire people. That's basically it. You know, inspire.
And I didn't pick those.
Yeah. I picked those. You know, inspire you for a better tomorrow. Right? Please welcome. Yeah, go ahead, Anna.
Yeah, while I was at it, right, I was sitting down and you know, my poetic brain went into a zone, you know, and everything, you know, you hear about Laventille, and we know we have a group where everybody they post everything, you know, and it is alleged, and I'm not saying it is so, that most of the criminal elements are coming from certain constituency, and one individual of the DAG Triplets is pushing the agenda that most of them coming out of Laventille. So I sit down and I say, but wait, if you go on that way, people will forget all the good things that have come out of Laventille prior. So with the help of a villager too, right? I put them to work, being that, you know, they are from Laventille. And we come up with a whole heap of good things that come out of Laventille. To begin with, Spree Simon. Who's Spree Simon?
Yeah. We could say the inventor, the man who invent the steel pan. We can say
all right, good.
Yeah,
then we had a national champion boxer, Leslie Stewart.
Leslie Stewart. Yes, Leslie Tiger Stewart. Tiger Stewart. Correct.
He come out of Laventille.
Yeah.
The inventor of the yin yang pan. Apparently his name is either Robbie Greenwich or Rudolph Charles.
Oh, Rudolph Charles, the hammer.
Right.
The hammer. That's who David Rudder sung about the hammer. Where the hammer going? Yeah, that correct.
All right. Then the 9-bass rocket pan was invented by a fellow named Gongodin. He's the first man to play the 12-bass pan. Then we have they say Shadow resided in Laventille for a spell, especially around, you know, the times when he went road march back in the day. So, you know, he had to have been inspired by his environment to come up with these, you know, with chart-winning songs. We have people like Pretender, Bomber, Terror. Those are old-time calypsonians who did commentary calypso. And I understand there was a guy named Craig, a mathematician, said that he could, he had a beautiful handwriting, and if you had problems, any kind of math problem, he could you go to him and he figure it out for you. We have people like Errol Ashe, who was a mentor for his daughter, who now owns some sort of business. Laventille was the village that would capture the best village competition, 3 championships through Macaque, Laventille, Mon Diablo. those were the winning constituencies that would, people would try to dethrone in the best village competition. Singing Sandra, come out of Laventille.
Destra, don't forget Destra. Destra.
Okay, Destra.
Yeah, Bertie Marshall too.
Bertie
Yeah,
Marshall,
correct.
Morris Marshall, a teacher. If you weren't doing well in school, he would go to your home and find out what is going on. And apparently the results were resounding for a positive. We had Phil Simmons, Phil the Thrill.
Phil the Thrill from Laventille.
All right.
Correct is right.
We had Bill Trotman, the comedian. And to close it off, we said that we have Fitzgerald Hines and Anselm LeBon from Laventille.
And we also had the former ambassador, the U.S. ambassador, Philip Estrada. He's also from Laventille too as well.
The oldest steel band, Despers. Yes, the best steel band, from Laventille.
The man who invented the Chinese pan in Trinidad and Tobago, the Chinese pan, our first pan, the electrical pan, with was Bertie Marshall with Highlanders.
Joan Jadabeer from Laventille. She come from Laventille. She said she proud,
Joan from Laventille?
Yeah, she said, I come out of Laventille, proud to be from Laventille. Port of Spain was built with the rocks from Laventille by the hard-working African youth. And I understand that it was, they couldn't, when they built up Port of Spain, they couldn't walk in and them establishment, ask for a job until Geddes Granger made it possible for them to walk into these businesses and get work with the Black Power movement. So what happened? Who said they don't have things in Laventille waiting to blossom and bloom if people, your MPs and your leaders made it possible? Why is it we have to be seeing, all this negative? So you have these negative elements. They want to go and do nonsense, but look at all the good things that come out of Laventille. What happened? What went on? Telling me that, Laventille is everything bad? No. It's nothing wrong with the way people are saying. If you choose to do nonsense, then But all these people come out of Laventille. You tell me there isn't hidden talent there. There isn't but there are no more mathematicians there. There's but none of these things reside anymore in Laventille. Nothing. There's no creative juices flowing in Laventille. You're all done with the negative rhetoric. Now these bandits that they want to go and do stuff, that's them. Bandits come out of St. Augustine, bandits come out of Puna, bandits come out of Aruca, bandits come out of Arima, Grandi, Point, you name it.
Yeah.
Come
We have
on.
all kind of thing. I could tell you, footballer Sammy Llewellyn, one of Trinidad famous footballer Sammy Llewellyn, come out of Laventille too. Atula Guerra, another footballer, came
Go
out
again.
of Laventille
Keep
too.
on going. Keep on going.
There's plenty great people come out of Laventille. And the thing about it is that, in societies we have, when you look at things that are going on in this country, in this country today, as a matter of fact, let me put this up here. This happened this happened here in this country, and this was the Daily News headline. Let me see if I get that. The Daily News headline. Oh, here it is. This is a Daily News headline. This is the Daily News of New York. Right? 26 shot, 3 dead, 3 days. Right? So, there are certain things we need to improve. We definitely need to improve certain things. Certain things definitely need to improve. For example, right? The Prime Minister, as the leader of the country, have to improve his utterances when he's speaking to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. He have to improve it. He must improve it. And you see, part of the problem is that the people who are in the PNM, right, they're going to defend the things that he says, calling people demons. Those 8 police officers, let me put this up. I want to ask a question tonight. I want to ask this question tonight. Here's my question, all right? I want to ask the Prime Minister this question, right? I want to ask the Prime Minister this question. These 8, look at here. I want to ask the question tonight, right? Is the Prime Minister going to call these 8 police officers that murdered those 3 kids in Mova demons? Is 8 cops on murder charge, right? Murder charge. Is the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, going to call these 8 cops demons? Because that's what they are. They are demons.
Worse than demons, because they're supposed to uphold the law, and they're breaking demons. The law.
Yeah, you're going to call them demons, and all of a sudden, the crime situation in Trinidad is a health problem. It's a health problem now, a health problem.
Because law enforcement is breaking the law.
Is he going to call these people demons? Gary, welcome. That's what I want to know.
Law enforcement is breaking the law. So it's a
health. And I want to ask Gary a question now as Gary come into the chat.
Ooh.
Gary, good night.
You ain't ready yet. You're muted.
You're muted. Unmute your mic. Gary.
Hey, good evening. How everybody doing?
Everybody's doing fantabulous. Gary, I want to ask you a question as soon as you're coming. Is Gary Griffith responsible for these 8 demons that killed them 3 kids up in Mova?
Is Gary Griffith responsible for the demons?
Yes.
Kill them kids.
Kill them 3 kids. Gary Griffith.
Well, he was the commissioner.
Ooh.
But
what does that mean, Gary? What does that mean he was the commissioner? What does that mean?
A commissioner has to take responsibility for his men. And this plaintiff, right? So now we have the evidence, according to what the investigation. According to what the investigation has produced. Now, Gary Griffith is no longer the commissioner, so he cannot do anything at this point. Right? It's up to the present commissioner, sitting commissioner, to discipline the men, right? So we didn't have the proof, no information to deal with at the time when Gary Griffith was the commissioner, so he couldn't address it. Okay? But in the meantime, we have many demons shooting up the place, robbing people, killing people, right?
But what is going on is this negative stigma. This negative stigma is being cast on the residents of Laventille, and I know quite a few positive people, young people in Laventille, and you can't go and just put this negative stigma. Now all of them coming out of Laventille. Crime is all over Trinidad and Tobago. It's all over. And they're not all coming out of Laventille.
It's not everybody in Laventille is bad, or everybody. And stigma is not everybody in Laventille is bad, or everybody in Ovant is bad. The stigma is quite a bit, or most likely the majority are coming out from this area. We have to ask why. Where is their parents? Where are their parents when they return home with the spoil? Right? Why is their parents not involved in trying to source help and say, listen, I can't control my kid. I need some assistance here because he's not listening to me. Right? Why are these actions not taken? You can't defend the fact that most of the kids coming out of there is the ones that are shooting up the place, shooting each other. They're shooting each other for him coming in the wrong side of the neighborhood. That is totally unacceptable. We can't have that.
But Gary, you can't say that they're all coming out of Laventille. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So where they coming out from? When you check their address,
you see, there we go.
Where did they come from,
Gary? You have to be careful with that rhetoric.
I don't have to be careful. I have to speak the truth.
No, you
I
no, you
I
see,
am not going to
Gary.
sugarcoat it. Whether they
No,
come
no,
from
Gary. You
PAD
seem to
Ball
have
or they come
no.
from Caroni, I am not going to sugarcoat it. If the criminals are coming from a certain area, we call it where they are. You have to identify it.
But if you say that, then you're broad basing. You're saying that all the most of the young
No, no,
men
no.
up in
You're
there are
not
bad.
saying that. You are saying where
But
they're
you're saying
coming
most of the
from.
criminals they're coming out of this area. That's what you're saying.
But isn't it the truth? How can you defend that? Isn't that the truth?
You don't know. You don't know the permanent address.
Get
You
the
don't know.
address where they located for. So that's where they came from.
Gary, you don't know if they come from Arima and they're
Evidence
hanging in Laventille. You don't know. This is a whole lot of stuff. You
is
don't
the public
know.
domain, and you can't argue that. The
Yeah,
evidence is space.
but
How you
Gary,
say you don't know?
somebody could be arrive from Arima but hanging out in Laventille.
Diana,
And they're not from
when they
Laventille.
publish their address on their driver's license, what ID they have, it is Laventille, Morvan, and surroundings. Eastport,
But you
Spain,
don't.
wherever it is.
But
Okay?
do you see that, Gary? You see all our information when they
So,
put their picture in
so
the
wait a minute. So
they don't put they don't
you
put
don't
that.
see when the police pull it
I
out.
only see I only see 3 people put the other day there that where they from. I didn't see all
But
the
you haven't
criminal
been looking.
elements.
But there's a long history. Contact the TTPS.
There we go. There
Contact
we
the TTPS
go.
before you go. A long history.
There we go. That is what I'm telling you, Gary. You can't say they all from Laventille. They may come from other areas and they hang out up in there. You know,
No.
you
They
have,
come from Laventille and they hang out in other areas. They go in other areas and rob and kill people.
but you don't
Laventille,
know that
Beaumont,
you don't know that they
surroundings.
reside. Oh,
Or you can tell me, I have been watching this
Ga-
thing for a long time, Diana.
I know
Okay?
you see. And I don't know. You put it in the public domain, and I'm not going to reference it totally. But let me say, I am sorry for what happened to your family member. I'm sorry. It should never have happened. But yeah, I get a little, antsy with you when you want to go and paint a brush and say all the youth and them
No, I'm
bad.
not painting a brush. That I'm speaking the
All of
truth.
them coming
I
out of
am not
there.
painting any brush there. I am
You
speaking the
don't
truth.
know that.
How you
You
don't know?
look,
And you've seen that information in the printed media. You've seen it on
three
social
by
media.
three addresses.
Okay, so let's wait for. I'm waiting for the results of the Toruba shooting to see where they come from. All right, it's up in the
Three
north.
addresses.
It's up in the north. All
Oh,
right.
there you go. You see,
PNM constituency again.
here we
PNM
go. You
constituency.
see,
The Minister
there
of
we go.
National Security holding the
It is
most
in
notorious
Trinidad
criminals.
and Tobago.
The
The
Minister of
crime,
National Security has the most notorious criminals right under his watch, under his wing.
Gary, when there's crime in New York City, when they're shooting in Harlem, they're shooting in the Bronx, they're shooting in Brooklyn, they're shooting in Queens, does the mayor come out and say, well, they're coming from Queens, so we go in Queens? What does he do? They put out a strategy to handle the whole 5 boroughs.
Well, you
They
talk to the
don't,
commissioner about the strategy. But I'm
they
telling you,
don't,
you
they
can't tell
don't
me
go
I
and
can't
say,
say this and say that when that is the truth. I will
how
speak
you,
the truth. If they
how
come from
do,
Caroni, I'm going to call. Caroni has some criminals too. Caroni
how
has some
do you
drug
know
dealers
that?
too.
How do you know that?
All right.
How do you know that?
Information is printed in your face, Diana. How can you even ask me if I not know that? I live in Trinidad.
But then you have inside information that I don't know. I mean, you cannot paint a broad brush, guy. You have to. That is a dangerous rhetoric, you know.
I don't care.
Gary, that rhetoric is what
anybody
led.
like it.
Gary, that rhetoric is what led to the persecution of the Jews. You have to stop with it.
Hello. The Jews
You
wasn't shooting
have
and
to
robbing
stop.
nobody. So don't come at that.
They
The Jews
weren't
wasn't
shooting
shooting and robbing
but
nobody.
they were persecuted though. They were persecuted because somebody spread propaganda on them. That they taking all their money and thieving all the artwork and whatnot. You can't. You need to be careful with what rhetoric you're spreading because you can make a race a target. You need to be careful, Gary. And I keep talking to you. You are in the public domain. People are listening to you. Diana Benskin, cannot make certain statements. I will not make certain statements because people will listen to me. You have to be careful, Gary, with your rhetoric toward the young African youth. And I'm really tired of you now, Gary. I am disgusted with you and your African, you're persecuting my African youth. There are African youth that are doing a lot of kakada, but all of them are not. I have nephews in Trinidad and Tobago. I have nephews down there, and I know they're not doing nonsense. Nobody don't talk to the tanty. I know they ain't doing nonsense. You are putting my nephews in that bracket. You have to be careful. Gary,
so 1 minute. Okay, listen up. 1 minute. Let me read some comments here in the chat. Okay, let me read some comments here. Albert Montano said criminal comes from Diego Martin, Sanwa, St. Joseph, Tanapuna, Arima, East Trinidad, Central Trinidad, San Fernando, Port of Spain.
Have criminals all parts of the country, but we have a majority.
John Jadubir says the criminal comes from all over, Gary.
We have Afro-Trinidadians living on other parts.
You need to stop with your negative rhetoric, Gary Mahabir. Gary
guys, listen up.
They're not doing the same thing.
Gary,
I have people I grew up with, they're not doing the same thing.
You need to stop with that negative rhetoric. You can cause a Gary.
Listen up. Diana and Gary. Hold 1 minute, okay? Hold 1 minute. All right? Listen up. Hold 1 minute. All right? Listen. Gary, I just showed this here. You sent me this, and I just showed it, right? Let me show it again. You sent this, and I showed it, right? Let me show it again. Maybe you didn't see it, but you sent this to me, and I showed it, right? Here we go. This we showed just previously before you joined us. You send this, right? That's the Daily News, right?
Yes.
Right? So for example, there was 26 shot, 3 dead in 3 days, right? Now, when you look at, if you compare this to what's going on in Trinidad, right? You can say that, I mean, in 3 days, did we have 26 people shot? We may have had more people dead, but did we have 26 people shot as an example? So I think, Gary, as a person who wants to be a leader in the community and you want people to listen to you.
I'm not seeking to be any leader.
Gary, let me finish. Let him finish. Gary.
But let me just finish. Diana and Gary, let me just finish. Gary, as a person who puts himself out there, as a person who wants betterment for country, you know, I've said this to you over and over, right? I think your rhetoric, you know, the rhetoric that you spouse, Gary, my brother was murdered in Trinidad and Tobago.
And where was he murdered?
In Port of Spain.
Okay.
By the police. So should I have a vendetta against police because the police murdered my brother?
For what now?
There we go.
He was in a place hanging out.
And he happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And yes, and he was murdered.
Right. Okay.
So should I now have a vendetta? And Gary, I had to go home and bury him. I went home, Gary, and I buried my brother.
You never raised the issue?
Was that?
You didn't raise the issue with the police?
What would be the end result? Raise what issue?
But still, you have to raise the issue.
To get what end result?
So you just
Gary, all I'm saying is that, Gary, something happened to you, right? And you are using that now as a sort of a precedent to paint a broad brush on people.
No, I'm
something
not.
Something happened to me.
I am discussing.
But Gary, you gotta let me finish. Gary, you gotta let me finish. Something happened to me, and I mean, most people don't even know. Most people don't even know that my brother was murdered in Port of Spain in Trinidad and Tobago. Because I really don't talk about it a lot. And I am not going to now come because that happened to me and paint police officers as most of them police officers are bad or they're demons. Because I don't have those statistics. What you need to do, Gary, you need to go and get the statistics and bring the statistics and say, here are the statistics. Because you just saying stuff and you're saying it's in the papers.
When you read the news, right? Don't you
Gary,
see?
that's what I'm just saying to you. You just read the newspaper. Gary, I'm just telling you, in order to prove your point, just to prove your point, get the information and bring it to the people.
I understand that what you're saying, but what I'm saying is I am stating based on what we have seen in the printed media, in the social media, all across.
Gary, the media print that the guys in Nova had a gun. The media print, the guy in Diego Martin was shooting at the police officers.
Okay.
It was totally wrong.
That's what they was told. That was what they were told, right?
So there you go, Gary. So that means to say the media can get misleading information too.
Media, social media put it out there too.
If you just go on the information on social media, it could be misleading information. I'm not saying it is. It could be.
Let's do this. Where every time you see a crime committed in different parts of the country, right? Most of the time, where are they from? Not from Port of Spain side?
Gary, there was just a crime committed in South with the 4 guys. The 4 guys on the construction site, right? They were shot at, right? And they end up in the hospital, right? Gary, there's crime all over the country.
I am not denying that.
Gary, look at Newark here. Tommy, you there? Are you there, Tommy?
We are having a problem.
Yeah, I'm here, but I'm a little distracted, but I'm listening.
Tommy, you live in other parts of the country, right? You live in certain areas,
right?
The same kind of people. Are these things that people up in the north is doing?
Yeah, well, Gary, if there are people doing stuff in Newark, they're doing stuff in Chicago.
Tommy, where you live, right? In that certain place,
yes.
Identify the place, right? Okay. So what I'm saying to you, you could leave your door, you could do certain things down there because it's a different kind of people. Different kind of people.
Yeah, well, the community is different. I mean,
go in the countryside. If you go Maruga, if you go, where in the countryside, wherever it is, you find a different kind of people, a different kind of attitude.
It was always like that. It was always like that.
You come up
Tobago, Gary, when I leave Trinidad and I go to Tobago is totally different from Trinidad. It was always like that. It was always like that. It may have gotten worse.
More aggression.
Right?
Why is that? You come up in the north, there's more aggression. Same kind of people. But you go down.
But that's just the way it is, Gary. You go to Tobago, the people in Tobago are more welcoming to you. That's just the culture of Tobago.
So why the aggression? Are we same people? Why the aggression?
Aggression where? In Tobago?
From the people from the north. Why the
aggression? Because that's how they grow up. That's how they grow up. That's how they grow up.
We grow up. People go up poor in the country. They're running barefoot. They have on one pants, bareback, eating fruits from the trees or wherever it is. They're not rich, and they're not taking up a gun and robbing people.
Gary, they are different. They are different, right? Gary, people grow up in Maplewood in this country here. You see, Gary, there's something called the suburbs and there's something called urban America. You know about that, right?
Yeah,
you know about that.
Yes.
Right? There's different type of activities happening in urban America as opposed to suburban America. You know that, right? The kind of activities happening in urban America, you don't find that in suburban America. You know why? Normally in suburban America, it's middle class to rich to wealthy people living in middle class in those communities. And in urban district, you'll find more poor people living in urban districts. And in those districts, you will find things are more prevalent in those districts. Mm-hmm. They are more prevalent.
We have rich kids doing wrong things in this country, We have rich kids that go down north to buy drugs. I'm just telling you.
But Gary, you're missing the point.
Well, I am talking about. Diana was trying to say I'm painting all African children like that. That is not true. But
you paint them as criminals.
And they come from a certain area.
Gary, when I read some of your rhetoric, Gary, on social media, when I read it, Gary, I say, boy, that cannot be Gary Mahabir.
So you didn't see me say that we have people in the same kind of people in different areas not behaving like that. You didn't see that one.
No, Gary, when I read your rhetoric on social media, you know what?
I grew up
Listen,
didn't do what the people up in the north is doing.
Gary, let's don't go down that road again.
Yeah,
Because
please.
What it is?
catching bird, playing cricket, playing football.
Gary, that was then. We're dealing with now. And Gary, if you, I am a responsible person, right? I wouldn't do it on right here on the show on social media. But there's a rhetoric I can adopt concerning another race, but I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it because I am a responsible global ambassador. Between you and I will tell you to your face. But I will not do it here. I wouldn't. You'll never see me
at a time.
One person
at a time. One at a time.
Saying this, until we identify where the problem is, what's going on in that area or particular area, we have to identify where the problem is. We have to identify what's causing the problem, and we have to treat the problem. All right.
Fine. I'm treating the problem with going in there with guns and shooting them in the back is not the answer. And if you see them somewhere coming from Diego Martin or heading to that area, police want to ram the vehicle, and that is not the answer. That is what that kind of behavior comes out of when you start spreading that rhetoric.
All right. Let me tell you something. Okay.
If it was 6 Chinese kids in that car, I bet you they wouldn't chase them though. Hello? I bet you they wouldn't chase them though. All right, go ahead.
What I'm talking about, if the police cornered the car, rammed the car if they had to, the shooting was totally unacceptable in this incident. Okay?
In this incident? Right. Gary, that is just the beginning.
Okay? What beginning? Trinidad, they've been doing things.
Gary, that is just the beginning. What Gary?
Beginning of what? Beginning of what?
Can I finish? Can I finish?
Speak it.
Can I finish? What you're doing now, you're putting a sort of planting a seed in those policemen's head that when they see 6 black youth or 4 black youth in a car, we ought to go and fess them because them is criminals. You can't spread that, no matter where you see them. And then the poor youth, Gary, let me finish now. But that is what's going to happen.
Show me where I said that. Show me where I said that.
I say you said
that. You could take it and twist it any which way you want. I never said that.
I never said you said that. I said that is what can happen. I never said you said that. But when you see when you start prancing the rhetoric that the black youth from this area, that's the criminal element coming out of there. Whenever you see them in a car, wherever they may be innocent, the police gonna want to start profiling them.
Okay.
And things can escalate, and innocent people can lose their lives.
Made their name for themselves. We didn't do nothing.
Innocent people can lose their lives. You need to stop with that rhetoric.
Okay.
None of us did it. None of us did it there.
Listen. So all right, listen. So I think let me go to this.
Answer, you saw what happened in Sikoro, right?
No, I did not. No, I did not.
Oh, you didn't see the shooting in Sikoro?
No, I didn't.
I sent it to you guys.
Gary, why are you so fascinated with this thing? We know the crime is out of control. You have a leadership of the command of the services that don't know what you're doing.
Diana, Gary, hold a minute, okay? So, guys, listen. I think this is something that's important because let me share this first. As a matter of fact, Marsha Walker actually shared this. And I shared it as well. And I think, I want you guys to listen to this. Okay?
Why should I feel discouraged? Shadows come. Come, my friend. Should my eyes. Oh, yes. And Lord, for heaven and home. Send me in Jesus. Send me in Jesus. When Jesus is my portion.
You know, I want to, Gary, 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 Gary.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Did you share that?
I saw you guys share it.
No. Did you share it?
No, I don't remember if I shared that one.
Okay.
But I saw
You
you
see,
shared it
Gary?
already.
You see, Gary? No, Gary. No.
But you already shared. Why have to share?
No, but
You already shared it.
Gary, share it to your groups, we in different groups.
But you in the same group?
No, we in different groups.
You in the same group? I have been all of the groups I have.
All right. Okay, all right. I apologize.
I'll be right back on.
You see, this is what I say, right? We
And
can
so
share stuff.
things I shared directly with you, I didn't share it in all the groups. I shared it between us for a matter of knowing what's happening.
Okay, so this is what I say, right? I don't mind people sharing the other stuff, but stuff like this, right? And I put up. What did I put up? I
already saw you share it. Marsha shared it to me.
And that just goes to show you. I took it from Marsha because I don't care who it come from. I don't care if it come from a UNC, a COP, a ILP. I don't care because it's a positive outlook, and we have to be. We were sharing all the fight. We sharing all the fighting, but who's gonna share this? We share when we see these kids. When we see these
already saw you shared it, so I didn't.
When we see these 7 kids, if these were 7 kids fighting, people would have been sharing it all over the place, all over, right? But when we see kids sitting down in a room, singing a nice gospel song in a positive way, right? There are many people who don't want that. You know, it's funny, eh? But it's not funny. But it's funny.
Want that? We want good from the kids. Nobody wants bad from the kids in the country. It affects all of us.
Gary, all I'm saying is that if that was black kids beating up on each other, it would have 1,000 shares. Thousands. Right?
But don't get the impression that there are other people in the country that wants the bad out of these kids. None of us want that, because these kids going the wrong way affects all of us. They affect all of us. So we want these children to succeed so they don't have to come and rob us. How about that?
Gary.
We want these children to succeed. We want their neighborhoods to have good community centers. We want them to have educational centers. We want them to have all the resources. They're right up in Port of Spain and they have the worst resources. How about that?
So you want these kids to succeed so they don't come and rob you, right?
Yeah, I said that. Let's put it that way then. I want these kids to succeed. I want them to be lawyers. I want them to be doctors. I want them to be engineers. I want them to be astronauts. I want them to be the best of the best to make Trinidad and Tobago go. You see, some of them went out there and making the country proud with the flag, winning gold medals. That was the purpose of the life sport, to give them another focus that you can become a millionaire with sports.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my point is just that.
So no, I'm not saying this. I don't want nobody to come and say we don't want these kids to succeed, or Indian people don't want these kids to succeed.
Gary, language is a very important thing, and to me, you saying that you want these kids to succeed,
that we don't want those kids to succeed. That is, I just wanted to bring that out.
You said you want these kids to succeed, so they don't want to rob you. That's the best you could think about.
But I'm making a point. I am making a point.
But that's not, but Gary, you could use a better analogy than that.
Well, okay. So what I'm saying is,
you want these kids to. How about? Go ahead.
You see the guys that went down there, Sico and robbed the place and got shot.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
If they had the right tools, they wouldn't be doing that. Most likely. All right. If they had the right support, because I have friends that tell me, boy, I want to learn to weld. I end up thieving because I have no choice. Okay? So what I'm saying to you is, if we put the right resources in these communities, we indulge the children in after-school sports. Sports is a big thing with you. We've seen it done in California, where they use the after-school program and indulge the kids. Arnold Schwarzenegger was involved in that. And there was a big drastic change in shifting the kids away from getting involved in crime. Right? So which community, it could be India, it could be Calcutta, it could be anywhere. or anyway in jungle in what they call it in the Amazon. The thing about it is if you lead the kids in the right structure, we won't be dealing with the issues. So all of us have to be interested in these children succeeding. Our entire country. It benefits all. Go ahead.
So let's go to a quick. I wonder if I should get this in before I go. No, we're gonna get this before we come back. So you know what? Let's go for a quick station identification. We'll be right back after this. In the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Stick and stay, don't go nowhere. We'll be right back after this.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
That he would hear us. Is it to be our reward to exist for this purpose? The scriptures we have idolized and tried hard to live up to, and yet we have been ostracized for the human things we do. Though we were created equal, we cannot find an equal place. Life today for us so crucial, due to color, sex and race. Children of a lesser God seem to be what we are. Children of a lesser God, streaks of a fading star. Children of a lesser God, victims of a color bar. Children of a lesser God, in a status below par. Because our skins are black, we are never spared the rod, doomed to be in the back. Children of a lesser God. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, the black man cry. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Ay, 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 ay. It's the black man cry. Be the children from Africa want to know the reason why. When we pray to you, Jehovah, you don't hear us when we cry. Is it that you give up on us or we doing something wrong? For other men who are unjust to make us suffer so long. Because we are in the wilderness and praying to achieve freedom from society's wickedness. Seems as if we have become children of a lesser God, struggling to overcome. Children of a lesser God, devoid of peace and wisdom. Children of a lesser God, just running from slum to slum. Children of a lesser God, hoping to find thy kingdom. From New York to Tokyo.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We're going to go for a quick station identification and we'll be right back after this. Stay consistent.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. We come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. I want to go to this video here that exposed the 8 police officers in Mova, you know, that they murdered these 3 young black men. So let's go to this video here, and this will help you, or this is actually what helped the DPP to bring murder charges against the 8 police officers. So as you can see, there's nothing going on there right now. So there is a 6-minute video and there's a 9-minute video. We're going to play both videos, you know, to see. It was fortunate that someone, here's the car just come up. That's the car there. See, here comes the police van, the police, right? Police gets out, right? They run, right? See all of them. Now, if there's all those police officers, why do you have to riddle that car with bullets? So we're going to get another view. They're actually shooting there, you know. And it was fortunate that someone actually filmed this, because these 8 cops would have gotten away. See, the car is still there? We're going to show you another video as well. Now the car is driving off, right? The car is driving off. I mean, if it's so much for you guys, right? You could have blocked in that car the other way, and there's nowhere to go. But the other video is going to give you a better sense of exactly what happened. You see the car gets back in, the car is right there, to the right. The car is reversing. Now the DPP has to have enough credible evidence in order to charge these guys with murder. So I want us to look at another video. Now let me let this one finish playing. You see the guy picking up the bullets, the spent shells? That's what the guy's doing. You see he's picking it up? Tampering with evidence. Right? That's what you're doing, tampering with evidence. You see? bunch of demons. That's what they're doing. Look, they're looking for spent shells so they can pick it up. Right? So then they can frame the case accordingly to how they want to do it. You're not supposed to tamper with evidence.
I'm hearing the conversation, Tommy.
No, his mic is muted.
Oh, somebody.
My mic is muted.
Yeah. Your mic is muted. Yeah.
Oh.
So, basically in that video, you saw certain things. But let's quickly go to this other video. Right? Let's go to this other one. I mean, it's sad. It's really sad. You know? You don't deserve to die like that. Nobody deserves to die like that. Nobody.
And when was this shooting happened? Recent?
No, this was the one in Mova.
About 2 years ago, I think.
2020. This was the one in 2020.
My internet got knocked out here a little bit, so I'm
outside. That's the one Anselm was asking Gary about when he got very hot under the car.
Yeah, that's the one.
Were you able to see when they fired the car?
Well, yeah, just now there.
Okay, I didn't see it because my internet was giving trouble outside here. So anyway, which is the other video you say you have more evidence?
No, the first one was played where they actually fired.
Okay, I didn't see that. But I got knocked out for a little bit. So, okay. So according to what I read in the news, they said that one of the guy pointed a gun at them, right? Right? That's what they said. One of the guy pointed a gun at them. Did the guy point the gun at them there or before down the street? Diana, did they point? Where's the evidence? Where is the evidence? The guy pointed the gun at them.
That is why 8 of them are charged with murder now.
Well, we need to hear from them now, their explanation. We need to hear from them. But what I'm saying to you, if they had a gun previously down the street and they don't have it now, police don't know that. I just wanted to bring that up. Okay. If they had the gun down the street and they tossed it, police don't know that. So what I want to know at what stage did the guy point the gun at them? Did the guy point the gun here? Did he point the gun down the street? This is what we need to know.
Gary, let's be logical. Where they were when the police were passing, if they were down the street, it would have been long before they even dream or see police.
No, but see why I'm pointing out here, Tommy. The police said they point a gun, right? In this corner here, there is no gun. So we need to know where was the gun pointed. At this point that caused them to shoot? Down the street? Where? Where was the gun pointed? These are answers that we need to know. All right? Now, in the circumstances...
A picture tells 1,000 words, and we can clearly see that there was no way that no gun would have been pointed at them.
Not in this location. Not in this location.
Mm.
But what I'm saying to you, if I am in a car and I pointed a gun at the police a mile or 2 miles down the street, and when the police reach me, I don't have the gun in me, and the police shoot at me, they don't know that. They don't know I have the gun. So we have to look at all these things.
So let me read this. Let me read this. This is the initial police report minutes after 3 men were shot and killed by IATF and GEB officers on 27th of July 2020 in Movard. However, the evidence did not support their version of events, and CCTV footage in the aftermath of the shooting showed police officers apparently searching the car prior to the arrival of the crime scene investigators. Right? So that's what we were seeing there. Police were searching the car. Who knows what they would do when they search in the car? They didn't find no gun. We know that.
Yeah, so why did they shoot at this point? What we want to know is why did they shoot at this point?
Because they wanted to search the car. Because they wanted to kill them, Gary. That's why. They wanted to murder them.
What I'm saying to you, they were able to
Gary,
search the car.
I don't care. They wanted to murder them. Gary Griffith had one shot, one kill, and that is what they were doing. One shot, one kill. One shot, one kill, Gary. And that is exactly what
Gary Griffith didn't tell them to go and execute people just like that.
Gary Griffith said that is why
you
people are on murder charges, Gary.
No. You twisting what Gary Griffith said, all right?
Let me repeat. Let me read
one shot, one kill is if you are under threat. Okay? There was no threat in this incident here. There was no threat here.
Let me read the
report.
report.
As much as you want, Diana, there has to be whether there was threat or no threat. Don't twist what Gary Griffith said.
Gary, let me read the report. Initial police report.
You twisting around what Gary Griffith said. They had people threatening Gary. So what about the kids who threatening Gary? What about the kids who threatening the police? What about the kids who shooting at the police? What happened at Sikora recently there?
Gary, let the answer.
Dana, let me read the police report.
Go ahead.
Around 2:15 p.m. on June 27, 2020, Sergeant Solomon, Corporal Phillips, PC Billingy, PC Weeks, PC Furlong, PC Sincere, Corporal Boudry, PC Baptiste, PC Cummins, and PC Mohammed, together with members of the Guard and Emergency branch, were proceeding east on exercise along Junin Drive, 2nd Caledonia, Mover. Information of men armed with firearms in brown Tita motorcar, registration number PDL 1736. On reaching the vicinity of the Auto Guru building, the officers observed this is their report, The officers observed the said Tita vehicle approaching west along the mentioned road to the direction of the police vehicles. The officers maneuvered the police vehicles, causing the Tita motorcar to stop. The officers alighted, and on approaching the Tita motorcar, which was occupied by 3 male persons, namely the driver, the front passenger, and another male in the left rear passenger seat. The male in the rear seat alighted from the vehicle, looked to the direction of the approaching officer, quickly got back into the vehicle, reached for an object resembling a firearm, and pointed that object from in that vehicle to the direction of the police officers, Sergeant Solomon, and the mentioned officers.
That is what I wanted to know.
And the mentioned,
where was that? Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
And the mentioned officers became fearful for their lives and personal safety and discharged their service weapons to the direction of the man in that vehicle. This man, together with other occupiers of the vehicle, slumped on the seats of the Tita motorcar. One black Beretta pistol with a quantity of live ammunition was seen on the rear seat of that Tita motorcar. With the assistance of some of the officers, the 3 injured men were taken from the Tita motorcar, placed in police vehicles, and conveyed to the Port of Spain General Hospital to seek medical attention, where they were examined by Jadu and his team and pronounced dead on arrival. The men were learned to be 1 Joel Jacob and 2 John Does. Also visiting the scene was Inspector Morales, Inspector Alexis from GEB. Officers from the Move On Police Station also visiting with CSIs, namely WCPL Durant and PC Nicholas, who processed the scene, the Tita motorcar PDL 1736, which was wrecked by Suchong Wrecking Services. Inquiries continuing. This was the police report, which was a bunch of lies.
So they're saying that there was a Beretta on the seat. Where's the Beretta?
Gary, I don't care.
Jesus
it was a bunch of lies. They're being charged with murder. I don't care. 8 of them charged with murder.
You guys,
come on now, Gary. You trying to make all kind of excuses, man. 8 charged with murder. Let them go to court, and if they are innocent, right, let them be proven guilty. They are innocent until proven guilty. Let the court deal with them. But they're charged for murder. So there's enough evidence in order to take them and charge them with murder. Come on, man. Come on. You have to ask all these set of whether it's this, whether it's... They lied. They lied in the report.
They lied. The video proves it.
They lied. And not only that, and Gary, you see like how you want to paint them criminals in Laventille, your words? You need to paint them police and them as demons and murderers. Because, Gary, they murdered their own officer in Diego Martin. And if Gary, if God help that little poor black boy, right? They were shooting at him. And they let him go now, Gary, he's running the country free. Nothing they could find on him. And they murdered their own. Explain that now, Gary. They murdered their own, Gary. So, Gary, you know what? Them is murderers. I'm going to take your word for it. Them black boys in Laventille is criminals. All of them as far as you are concerned. So, all the police officers are murderers.
Period.
The proof is in the pudding, Gary. You have your proof. We have our proof now. You will call them murderers? No. You will make an excuse for them. Come on now, man. Look, we are fortunate that somebody videotaped this. We are fortunate. All them 3 black boys would have been dead, buried, and all them police would have get away.
Yep.
What would the one that fall off the chair?
And God knows how many more are like that.
They have more in Moruga. They have another 4. Let me read another one for you.
How many more are like that?
Come on, man. If we are serious, and Gary talks about country, you want to do better for country. If they wrong, they wrong. If them black boys robbing people, police catch them, let them suffer the full brunt of the law. Whatever it is. Let them suffer the consequences of their action.
But I'm not going to say that all of them coming out.
But I'm not going to say that all of them bad. Nor am I going to say that all police officers bad. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that.
Yep. What's the one in Moruga now? Or Taruba?
No, I have another one. Hold on. Let me see if I get that one. You know, the thing about it is that we talk about we want betterment for country. Okay? We want betterment for country. We have to be serious if we actually want betterment for country. You see, because our actions is most important. Things that we put on social media is very important. Your words comes out of your mind.
I just got kicked out a while ago. Let me tell you something. I never said everybody in Laventille, okay? I said the majority of the people that you're seeing is coming from Port of Spain. Grown as much as you want, Diana. The evidence is in the public domain. I don't hear you raising your voice when the same case go and kill and rob people. I don't hear you guys raising your voice for that, but you raise your voice when the police shoot them.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Raising your voice when they commit the crime. When they gun down each other. When they gunning down each other in Port of Spain, I don't hear you raising the voice.
Gary. You know what?
Talk now.
Gary,
go on, pull the program.
Trying to put words in my mouth.
Pull the program.
Did I say all the people from Laventille is criminals? I said the majority of the criminals coming out of Port of Spain and those areas. Is that facts or no facts?
Gary, That's it, Gary. We done with our subject. We done. We done with our subject. Okay, we done. We're not dealing with our subject anymore. Okay. So. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me get some things in the chat because I kind of making it. You're going in and out.
Yeah,
Right.
having a little trouble where I'm located here. I'm trying to get.
Yeah. So I see Ellis. Ellis, welcome. Wallafield nuts. Wallafield nuts. I know what you're talking about.
Hi, Wallafield.
Yeah, Wallafield nuts. Yeah.
So why don't we identify the problem and deal with it? Don't run from it. Deal with it.
So let's just finish. Let's finish looking at this. Let's finish looking at this. Let me see.
Don't forget the United States government has also classified certain areas not to visit, right? Why?
Cover me. Was that song that you just played? Cover me, Jesus, cover me. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we really need Jesus the way the thing going down there.
You need Jesus to cover you. That's what you need.
Yeah. Cover me for speaking the truth.
Gary,
okay,
leave that alone. The truth. Here you go.
Go ahead. I don't know what you guys will be seeing. I just see something different going on down there.
So, folks, this is just the video that we are showing with actually what happened. I guess, they're having a discussion. People are going by, and the police already did what they had to do, so we see the car right there, so I mean, it at the end of the day, they are being charged with murder. So they are being charged with murder. So
God knows how many more situations are like these.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's kind of sad that we shouldn't make excuses for this kind of behavior. You know what I mean? So
I wasn't watching the whole video, but did the police search the car before the shooting? Or they shot first and then searched the car?
I'll send you the video. I'll send you the video.
Send it to me, look.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. So
no, the situation with the kids got shot in recently, in the most recent incident. Where's the report on that? We didn't get nothing on that yet, right?
Which one is that?
Only thing I heard that they were evading police, right? But that still doesn't justify the shooting. Corner the car, jam the car, block the car, make their hands, put their hands up and get out the car. Search the car. The shooting was unjustified there. Clearly unjustified there.
But I want to know, right, Anselm, why now people were trying to say, I heard the rhetoric that these young kids are out and there was no adult in the car, but clearly they said now there was a 22-year-old driver, right, along with these teenagers. So they were like, why these kids out and their parents have them out, but they had an adult with them. My thing is, right, what precipitated the chase? What was it just profiling? You are a policeman. You are armed, clearly. Yeah? How is it 6 black youth? 6 black youth in a car How are they posing a threat to you just driving, going about their business? Were they speeding? If I was on a jury, these are things I want to know. Were they speeding? Was the car, the license plate reported stolen? Was the vehicle resemble a car that might have been, what precipitated the chase? Or was it just a case of profiling? Because I on the jury, I want to know what went on. You don't come and white ram thing down my throat. These are critical questions. You don't want me on a jury because you can't come and ram thing down my throat and I'm going to just sit there and guilty. I will be asking critical questions and don't make me the forewoman. Because you understand, I will have everybody thinking critically. Right? So what precipitated the chase?
You see, Takesha says, one shot, one kill, dead man tell no tales.
No, you can't twist that one shot, one kill to suit your purpose. You could take it which way you want. That was meant for threats. If somebody's not threatening you, shooting at you, there's something different. If you're doing a traffic stop, somebody just like that, that is totally unacceptable.
Gary, I ain't gonna argue with you. I'm gonna talk calmly here now.
You could call
me afterwards. Let me finish. I know I'm going to calm conversation.
So wait a minute. Let me just read this. Rennie Muhammad says sometimes the police get so frustrated and fed up with criminals, they take advantage of their authority, not making excuses though. Hold on, let me just listen to this. Takesha says, even if they pointed a gun, they surrender after all and kill them. Even if they pointed a gun, they surrendered. Right? So when you surrender, the police is to protect and serve. So Albert Montano, so I saw that video a week after the shooting, and it showed the police pushing the men back in the car. Right?
Which one is that? This is that Movan shooting?
Yeah. Faris Wawi says, Wall Street, I will tell you, the same police officers kill a boy in Beetham Phase 5 about 2 years ago. All right. Somebody said, talk now. Oh, Gary sounding like Pastor Stuart, so.
Gary not running for election trying to impress anybody. Gary calls it as he sees it.
Albert Montano says, there's another video directly opposite the car, and the person who videoed this incident said he's a retired officer, and he said, we don't do that. Right? So that guy, he videotaped it as well. He said, we don't do that. Ellis says, Phantom Boy, you're going, laugh out loud. Wallafield, welcome. Wallafield said, Gary Griffin is a madman.
Oh, Lord.
Right. Takesha says, one man they wanted dead, so they kill all the evidence. They wanted one man. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I guess that's about it for now. I'm going back here. Yeah, I just feel that but the thing. So
no, what I was going to say to Gary.
So right? Okay, somebody asked Gary a question. So Gary, what about the guy that fell off the chair? It must have been a very tall chair.
Tall chair.
That's Vonnie Roberts.
Was a boss too. Yeah.
Yeah. Vonnie Roberts asks, does anyone know
somebody didn't want that guy talking because he would have led to where the people on the top, right? Because this Andrea Barrett was shut up based on what she saw. Okay.
Corruption.
Okay. And it went all the way into the justice system because this is a racket was ongoing. This same property was used for many criminals in more than one incident. So the young lady, not knowing, identified it, think she doing she job, didn't know that she was gonna get set up. And you don't hear nothing about the girl who led her in that particular taxi. The friend
corruption.
You don't hear nothing about that girl, the co-worker. Up to now, you can't hear nothing about the co-worker who took her in that taxi. Encouraged her to
so Albert Montano says the 3 young guys killed in front of Republic Bank did not do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You talking about the most recent incident?
Yeah. Vonnie Roberts asks, does anyone know or hear of the Divers Commission of Inquiries? Like that is cold case.
Nope.
Yeah, that cold.
Not done.
You know.
Nope.
You know, you see. Think about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
When did the George Floyd issue happen?
Good question.
When did the George Floyd issue happen? When was George Floyd murdered?
I could Google that for you.
Yeah, Google that for me. When was George Floyd murdered? Because George Floyd's case, in the space of 1 year, that guy was already sentenced to prison. I think. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a true indication that justice delayed is justice denied. That's how justice should work. Swift.
Right? So 2 years later, we now arresting police officers.
May 25th, 2020.
There we go. Right? Right? So Floyd was murdered in 2020, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that police, now, then I Google for me, when was the police in the case sentenced?
It should be right under here, too.
When was he sentenced?
1 minute. Keep talking.
Yeah. Everyone, not one officer, should be prosecuted.
6/25/2021.
Oh my God. So you see, in the space of a year and a month, let's say 13 months, right? Everything is completed. Everything is completed, right? In Trinidad and Tobago, with less people, 1.4 million people, right? It's taken us 2 years, just to bring them guys and them before the court. Not saying they are guilty, not saying they are innocent, just to bring them before the court. And we really are justice in Trinidad. It's just dust you're getting in Trinidad and Tobago. It's not justice. It's just dust.
Minnesota population is 5.7 million.
Look at that. 5.7 million. Right? Close to 3 to 4 times what we have in Trinidad and Tobago. And in the space of 1 year, justice is served.
Yep.
In Trinidad. And this case now is going to take another 10 years in Trinidad and Tobago. And then politicians do have the testicular fortitude to correct it.
Nope.
None of them.
Nope.
None of them.
Like who the fella come in? John said what? The PNM and thing and UNC and what?
Yeah.
Nope.
All of them.
Nope.
All of them. Right?
And this is what we talk about: change, not exchange. I don't care about who get laptop and who do what and who do what. We are in 2022, and where is Trinidad and Tobago heading?
You can't come and talk. You don't care who get laptop and who didn't do what, Diana.
Huh?
Because that is the resources was given
I
to help.
don't care.
Okay. You couldn't
I
care.
personally don't care. You know why? Because look where the country is.
Okay.
We want
and the lady who get the laptop responsible for that?
We want
that
change.
You talking nonsense too.
But I know why I don't care, because she the one that talk about slave master name. I don't care. I want change.
Well, you go ahead now. Go down and make the change.
We want change for progress, transformational change. Done away with the old who's sitting down in a job cushy for years, and you had to pass a 500 to do this and grease this body hand and pass and grease this body big toe and done with that. You need a proper functioning society.
You see, Diana, Tommy and Gary, until we have people on both sides of the political fence and the supporters separate sense from nonsense. If the party doing nonsense, call out the party, right? If they're doing good, tap them on the back, give them a round of applause. But when they're doing stupidness and it's not betterment for the country, you have to call them out.
Let me tell you something. Politicians have to stop operating like all the power is totally up to them. All right? And I think the people need to step up and show them that at the same time. You just can't vote for somebody and you're finished. You need leadership that will engage. If the leadership was on the ground, if the prime minister was on the ground where we had the issue, it would be a different result. Okay? It will be a different result. If we don't engage the people, this can't be no one-man job. This has to be a team effort. You win an election, yes, but you have to engage the population in working along with you to make that difference. You didn't make the people part of the thing. All right? You make yourself king and queen.
That is what I talk about.
Here's a comment from Eugene Julian, right? And he commented on the video with the kids singing. He says, this proves my point. It's a few kids who give all kids a bad name. Just like crime, a few hooligans give TNT a bad name. You see?
Well, we have quite a few down there right now.
But Gary, let me tell you a thought experiment I do with my class on the first day of class. I put the 9 times table on the board. I think I might have said this here before.
Yep.
I put it, huh?
Yeah, you say when you reach 9 times 10.
Yes, I put 9 times 10 is 91. I have all 90% of it correct. And I put 9 times 10 is 91. I could see the kids snickering and saying, what type of professor he is, boy? You don't know 9 times 10 is 90? And almost 99% of the people in the class only focus on the one that I have wrong. That's the 9 times 10 is 91. You see? And Gary, that's what you are doing. You are focusing on the small percentage of bad apples that we have, right? And making them the majority.
It's a no small percentage anymore. That was years ago. That was 30 years ago. Okay? It have a big percentage down there now, okay? Because there's so much that are not reported in the newspaper. There's a lot. The police is so fed up that they're under-resourced. They can't respond because time they want to another area, something happening in another area, and it's back and forth, all right? So the police themselves are overwhelmed with what they're dealing with.
Well, they need new governance.
Okay.
Look, they need new governance. That's it.
The police is very frustrated.
You have young, able-bodied people.
So because they're frustrated, it's one shot, one kill, right?
No. You want to twist that to your own convenience.
Gary,
but you don't raise your voice when they were threatening Gary Griffith. You didn't raise your voice when they're threatening Gary Griffith. You didn't see that.
We weren't on board. We weren't on board with that yet.
Raise my voice with what?
Okay.
We weren't on board.
Well, we wasn't here in the show.
We were talking. Yeah.
We're going to Trinidad.
I didn't hear about that until later on. I don't think that's right. You shouldn't be threatened. They shouldn't be. You shouldn't be threatening any official. Well, I heard that they shouldn't be threatening any official. Any official. Listen, no official.
Anyone that threatens an official and is caught, they should suffer whatever the consequences are of their actions.
That's it. Amen. I agree.
Okay. Anybody.
Let me tell you something. The country got to a point. It's not like when you and I grew up in Trinidad. Okay. When we all grew up in Trinidad, by a few little fellas playing the fool here and there. Okay, and most of them might smoke a little weed and they do a little thing, but not like right now. We have different gangs, all kind of gangs, all across the country. Gang this gang, that gang.
But you notice since with the influx of the Venezuelans, did you notice how the nature of crime has changed in Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, the Venezuelans just added to what there was going on there, and they've been trading. They've been trading with the Venezuelans. They've been trading. This is not new.
Well, you gotta look at that element too. Look, and let me inject this here now. They find a place where they had Venezuelan women trafficking them, local men. Do you think that's right?
They have police involved with that. They have Coast Guard involved with that.
Okay, bring it. Come forward. Come with it. All right.
Okay?
Come on.
So,
So that the
there's a lot of
corruption.
things.
That is the
Well,
corruption I talk about, and that is what I'm saying.
we seen 2% of the things. We seen 2%, in
certain
give us 2%.
cushy positions, right? For the people who sit there and they draw the salary, come what may, and they're permanent, and they're in a union, and you can't touch them, and all these things they needs to be fixed. And
All
if you
right,
don't fix that,
we have
if you
one
don't
patrol
fix
boat
that,
working now. Is it one working now? One
if
working
you
now?
don't,
Which
if you
side
don't
of the
fix
island you go
that,
patrol?
if you don't fix it, ain't gonna work. And you're gonna have the same mess over and over and over and over. You let another pandemic hit and they shut down the place. Who you think gonna start who phone they gonna start bombarding? Yours.
No, I want all of them to keep their COVID ass where it is.
All right, they're gonna start bombarding you.
All right.
So that is why
Because
we
you know
need.
what? You didn't stand up. I mean, how many of the men stood up for their wives and make noise in front of the Red House while I was breaking my back to help their wife and children outside the country?
You will ask them. Look them there, ask them.
Only one guy I know went was to Keisha's husband.
I say I go and vote with my birth paper, and all they telling me I can't do that. Oh, what's wrong with the law? Something need to change.
Let me tell you something.
Something need to change in Trinidad and Tobago.
I could
Telling
fix
me
that national security problem quick.
A born Trinidadian can't come and with your birth paper and a photo ID and vote. Something wrong. Or they go too much into this tribal nonsense and block this, block these. Because they know they assume that I go vote PNM. They assume. Oh, I may go and vote for PDP. So everybody want to block my vote. Yeah. You see? That's the kind in the constituency that I registered in as a young lass. We are born and pay taxes and work and pay taxes. What nonsense you're telling me?
If they assume you was voting PNM, they give you that
dig
quick.
in the archive and find me paper and give it back to me and let me continue as a born Trinbagonian. But nah, a set of corruption blocking me, a born Trinbagonian. You're disenfranchising this black woman. That's what they're doing. They had a knee in my neck.
So the Prime Minister will send the Firearms Unit report to the Police Service Commission, the Commissioner of Police, as well as the Parliament. Oh God, cancel Christmas for Gary Bird over.
Wait. Which firearms report are you going to send?
The FUL report.
And what about the 50,000 people who waiting for the FUL to defend themselves? What happened to that report?
That had nothing to do with
Let's ask the government of Trinidad and Tobago for the length of period that the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, law-abiding citizens, have been under duress by criminals, robbing them, brutalizing them.
But Gary gave out 5,000 of those 50,000, didn't he?
5,000 of those were mostly people within the police force, government ministers, people within the protective service who needed police officers who needed to have to be armed when they because they can't take the service weapon home, so they had to get their private thing when they're off duty.
So they got it, right? They got it. That's a good thing.
Well, not all of them get. What I'm saying that was the hostile prison officers. So what we need in Trinidad and Tobago is the law enforcement officers should be able to carry their weapon on or off duty, because you never know when an incident is going to take place. All right, that's number one. So
but
they shouldn't have to
don't
apply.
off-duty police officers carry their guns?
Not in Trinidad, not all. You have to get special privilege.
Yeah, but what was that? There was an off-duty police officer the other day brandishing his gun. He was off-duty.
Okay, but what about the police officers who was off duty when a robbery took place and they intercepted it? What about those?
Well, there is some who have it and some who don't have it.
But what I'm saying, what about any incident where an officer was off duty, had his service weapon, was able to respond to a crime in progress? What about that?
So Gary,
always
defending the criminal part of things. Why are you not talking about the officers who
What do you mean? What do you mean? Defending criminal? We don't defend no criminal part. You hear him clearly say that if they're breaking the law and they're caught in the wrong, they should face the consequences. I agree with that. I agree with that. But my concern is, Gary, you can begin to profile and you're giving everybody all these FULs. And when they profile, guess who is going to be the target and who is going to be the brunt of a bullet from a licensed firearm? Because, Gary, I listen to, give me a moment. When you are a leader, there's certain words you must not use, because then your troops are going to follow suit. You have a commissioner saying 1 shot, 1 kill. I could be in a car and
like I said, you have to understand why he said it.
Can I finish? I could be in a car. I have 5 brothers. I could be in a car with 5 black men, right? And they feel a threat and they want to shoot up the car. You can't.
Nobody is saying that.
You cannot use
like that.
But that what they doing.
No, but what they doing?
And I have a dread brother. I have a dread brother. If you look at him, you'll feel he doing something. But he ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing.
I have a lot of dread brothers too. Okay, that is protecting.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Right? You're profiling people. It leads to profiling, and that is problem. That's what happened in the US.
You could profile to investigate and not shoot somebody.
And why you want to only profile African people?
No, nobody didn't say about profiling African people. You profile anybody that you suspect, whether it's Indian, African, or Chinese or Venezuelan. But
you said the majority of criminals are coming from Laventille. Who you think they're gonna They're not going to Goodwood Park and profile nobody.
I am not making.
They're not gonna go. They're not gonna go certain areas and profile people, Gary. I don't like that rhetoric.
The truth, anyway, whether you like it or not, whether I like it or you like it or anybody like it, the truth is the truth. All right. So what I'm saying to you is, you're on duty, you're on patrol, and you suspect for some reason that you have the right as an officer to investigate, stop, check things out, and let them go. If you have
investigate and what? And let them go, but apparently they ain't letting them go. Gary, you can't listen. I've learned a long time ago, you cannot legislate a person's thoughts and actions. Yes, you are the commissioner of police, and you can put down the mandate that this should happen. This is the way to conduct a search. They fall under the Ministry of National Security. This is the way the thing should be done. But when it comes down to the judgment of that particular officer, and you cannot legislate that person's thoughts and actions. So you have to be very careful with your words that you send off. You can't say no 1 shot, 1 kill. Words like that is a no. That's go out there murder. Do you know? Let me preach to you here, brother Mahabir. Do you know that in the killing of what's that guy's name that started the whole thing, Rodney King, out in California, they would refer to young black people in the dark walking around in the business, gorilla in the mist. That was a code to go and start hunting. You have to be careful with your words.
Hello.
You must be careful with your words.
We're talking about all are we
there you go. You're switching. You're going out the Waffle House now. You're going in the double shop now. You're going in the we switch from here. You see? You see?
All right. So listen to this. Gary, 1 minute. Gary and Dan, 1 minute. 1 minute, Gary, 1 minute. Gary, 1 minute.
Look like me and you.
Gary, 1 minute. Dana, 1 minute. Lala tells PSC, don't use FUL report during Gary Griffith's application. Right? All right? So the Prime Minister is sending it to the Public Service Commission, and Lala is telling them, Lala is Gary Griffith's attorney. He's telling them, don't use the FUL report during Gary Griffith application.
Why not?
And they shouldn't use the 1 shot, 1 kill either for those 3 guys that were murdered in Mova. They shouldn't use that either.
But you also know that they tried to spin this FUL thing against Gary Griffith, right? To make it look like he was guilty of something, and when he was not part of the investigation, okay? He was never part of the investigation. That is what the judge said. But in the news, in the articles, they tried to spin it as Gary Griffith was doing something crooked. When Gary Griffith is who did make most of the adjustment to correct the problem there. With all the corruption, they wanted $50,000 to get that FUL You know that? And some people are waiting 20 years. And in the meantime, we have business people and citizens getting robbed, killed, and brutalized. All right? So these are the things we need to bring forward too. We don't necessarily need to talk about other things. This is a very important thing. Citizens of Trinidad and Tobago reserve the right to defend themselves in a situation where the country is under siege by criminals heavily armed. Them criminals have no
So what
limitation.
you do? You give everybody a firearm. So an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth.
Well,
Everybody will be blindless
you
and
could put it that way,
toothless.
but you have a right to you have a right to defend yourself.
But Gary, I just told you, you cannot legislate a person's thoughts and action. I could be going into a neighborhood where I go and look for Rose.
You will
I never.
change. Let me tell you something. You will
There
change
we
your
go.
mind
There
after
we
you
go.
find yourself in a situation
There we
in
go.
Trinidad.
There we go. I, as a black
So-
woman,
so
I
th-
go in and look for Rose in her neighborhood. I don't know, you have a lot of Indian people living there, and they see this black woman coming, right? Everybody getting frightened to see me with my
No.
five
We don't
brothers.
come with that. We don't operate like that in Trinidad. You
What do you mean you don't operate like that?
You confusing
You
Indian
see
people in this country.
five strange black guys with our black and coming in your neighborhood. You want to pull your gun and all kind of thing now. Gary, give me a break.
So listen,
Okay,
let me
so
read from
then
the chat. Let me go
let
to
the
the
people
chat.
remain defenseless. Let the
Let
people
me go to the
continue.
chat.
Let the people continue to remain defenseless and allow people to go and sling them up again, right? Because this
I
is
ain't
what
saying
happened,
it,
right?
but an
Because
eye
it's
for an eye and
possible
a
it should
tooth
happen.
for a tooth is not.
Because the
No, that's not the
possibility this
way.
could happen. No, I
That's
don't believe
not the
I
way.
don't believe your rhetoric, Diana. People have a right
Yeah.
to defend themselves. And
Yeah,
it's
you have a
gone
right.
way too long.
You have a right to defend yourself. You don't have a right to profile people. Go ahead,
Okay.
Ansel.
So let me
Okay.
go. Let me go to this. Nutscake says TTPS profiling is real. My dog, welcome. My dog and Nutscake come back. They're back home. They come back to their home.
So you think it's only Indian people who need to defend themselves in the country?
I
My
never
dog
said
says.
that. I
Okay.
said
My
people
dog
have the
says.
right to defend themselves. You don't have a right to profile people.
Guys. I'm
But this is what
reading
we
stuff
talking
in the
about.
chat.
We talking about
Gary
defense.
and Diana, I'm reading stuff in the chat. Okay.
Yep. Go ahead,
I'm reading
Ansel.
stuff in the chat. Okay. Ken John says they have the good, the bad, the ugly in all races. That's absolutely correct.
Word.
Rose, welcome. Rose says, I just eat a big bowl of mixed seafood.
I ain't giving none.
Yeah. Hey, Albert Montano says, Gary, please allow others to speak without interruption. Oh, yeah. Only leave Gary, yeah. Renner says, who the cap fit? Let them wear it. Nutscake says, my partner's black, I frightened now. Oh, God. My dog
How many
says,
are we white down there?
I'm cool. Rose trusts the same with you. Ken John says, good night to all on this live. Who's Ken John, boy? Ken John, where you from? My dog says he's a geologist.
He said you're a scientist.
He's a rockologist. My dog, are you a rockologist?
You don't get it. You don't get it. No, you don't get it. When the Prime Minister was asked the question about the AG.
No, I know that. People don't realize that it's more visible to see what them government does to make people's life more hard rather than wait what good they can do. That's
Rose says who could pay me and show you know.
Yeah. Nutscake say Gary see the address on the papers of the criminals and he get vexed. Nutscake is actually I think Nutscake come back trying to take Ellen's job, you know. I feel so. My dog say good night, everyone. I hope you are doing fine. We are doing fine, my dog. Bonnie Robert says, Gary, drink some water. Gary, oh God, boy, leave Gary.
No. Gary
Leave
drinking some
Gary.
punch and Gary don't drink water.
Rose says, Gary on fire tonight, boy.
I want to know who pay me and I ain't get none.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something, eh?
That's my favorite thing. I like the song Pay Me.
Bonnie wants to know, can you please tell us which of the two parties have done the best for their people?
And I responded.
Oh, you responded? Okay.
Right beneath.
All right.
See it?
Yeah. Okay.
What did I respond?
Takesha says, I'll go back. Funny stink and dirty. Okay. 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 Takesha says, different side of killing now. Open all your eyes. Yeah. It's a different type of killing. No doubt about it.
Yeah, then somebody just walking up and shooting somebody in the head broad daylight. Like Wild
But
West.
you see the one get chopped up too?
Like
Because he's
Wild
suspected.
West.
See the one who get chopped up? Is it dismantle him?
Yeah,
You dismember him?
Albert Montano said the Venezuelan have some people from the gangs in Trinidad and mixing up with Trinidad gangs. Yeah, I see something about a fellow with some hair, what they do, and they was playing football with the hair or something.
Oh, God. I stop answer. Oh, God.
Yeah.
That is, they say Boki's son.
Huh?
Yeah. I send you guys all that information.
No, I'm not playing that.
No, I playing for the plate. It's for you to know.
Yeah.
Gary,
as a matter of fact, we trying to get the past commissioner of police, James Filbert, here in the village.
Well, I sent you an article where he made a statement, right?
Yeah, and we also trying to get the ACOP too as well. So, I mean, it's being worked on. You see what happens. Nutskake say one shot, one kill was a nasty statement, Very nasty. Very nasty.
Well, he could say that as much as he
wants. Not for Trinidad and Tobago.
Nope.
Right?
Nope.
And Nutskake say no profiling with youths, damn it. Nutskake.
Who make him pay me? Lana make him pay me for me when I come to Trinidad?
Diana, Vonnie Roberts say he don't agree with you. The laptop assists the needy ones.
Okay. All right, fine. But I still don't agree with some of the kakada she do. I don't
okay.
Well, look at hate me. I don't care.
And was
I don't care.
People was help. You don't care as much as you want.
I don't care who do on my statement.
That laptop was not a bad idea. That laptop was not a bad idea.
I said it wasn't a bad idea.
That was a good idea.
We need progressive changes in Trinidad and Tobago permanently, not one term coming fixed and you vex because of this body and you ain't continuing with the infrastructure that was put out. I'm tired of that.
But the people are allowing it. The people
that laptop idea. That was a
good program. It should have continued.
That was a great idea. Yeah, that was a great idea. It was an excellent idea. But you see,
if we had followed through, if Dr. Rowley had followed through with that, what's it up on the all right? When the pandemic struck, we'd have had
that's why I said I don't.
We'd have had enough necessary infrastructure.
But you see, the part of the problem we have is that I could say, me, Mark, if I believe an idea that the UNC when they empower is a great idea, I will say it's a great idea. And I don't have to worry about, because I'm a PNM, I cannot say that the UNC had great ideas. And that's part of the problem we have in Trinidad. If the PNM come with a great idea, if you are not all, but there are many. If the PNM come with a great idea, people will say, nah, that is not a great idea. And if the UNC come with a great idea, people will say, that's not a great idea. And that's part of the problem we have in Trinidad. Because at the end of the day, if you are government and you come with an idea, we're going for a quick station identification after this. If you are government and you come with an idea that helps the people of Trinidad and Tobago, it doesn't just help people who are UNC. It doesn't just help people who are PNM. It helps the people of the country. And that is what it should be about.
Top of the hour.
So my dog Nutskake, Nadia, Lana, Rose, Vonnie Roberts, Ronnie Mohammed, and Ken John, put closing comments in the chat. We're going to go for a quick station identification. We'll be right back after this short message. Stick and stay, don't go nowhere. It's In the Village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. My dog says, with every caterpillar, there's a butterfly. Where there's a will, there's a way. We are one people under one flag. Stand together and vote smart. Avoid the political brain fart. One love, stay safe. Good night. Oh, that was actually my dog cousin comments, yes? I gotta read it again, my dog. Go away. My dog, that's a good one, boy. My dog, that's a good one, boy. You have to change your name, boy, to what is the opposite of mad? Diana? What's the opposite of mad? Crazy?
Sane.
Oh yeah, all right, sane dog. Now that's a real good one, man. I like that one. That's a good one. Anyway, so folks, I say it's always a pleasure. I'm happy to see that my dog inside, nuts cake inside, Wallafield nuts inside. Happy to see you guys inside, man. Yeah. Okay. All right. Vonnie Roberts says, Sam, Diana, Tommy, have you and your family been held up not once but 3 times? Then you will understand why I agree with Gigi giving our firearms permit. Vonnie, I have no problem, absolutely no problem with anybody in Trinidad getting a firearm permit to protect their family. Absolutely none. None. If you go through the screening and you deserve to get the permit, you should be given the permit forthwith.
Training has to come with the permit. You just can't give people a permit. There has to be a training class.
But Gary, I said whatever the requirements. That
I just want to throw it out there because some people think you can just go and get a permit. When you pull a gun, you have to look and see what is in your firing range. You just can't go and fire a gun because you could hit innocent people. So you have to learn some skills and how to handle yourself, when to pull the trigger, when not to pull the trigger.
But let me say this again. Let me say this clearly. If 100,000 people in Trinidad deserve a firearm permit, they go through all the screening, they go through all the process and the licensing, and they are qualified, all of them should get a permit.
But we had to call out the TTPS because this has been a racket that's been going on in our country, or people has been under duress. We have lots of women missing, kidnapped while traveling, going for a job interview, people's house being broken into. They're not just breaking into your house and they come and they rape your mother in front of your face and your wife and your daughter and beat them, chop them, do anything like that. So we're not dealing with people who just come to thief and go in. So we have to understand these things that we'll be dealing with. So we had to call out the TTPS and why they have so many people and why they have been the kind of racket they've been running with bribery and all this kind of nonsense. We need a police force that can engage the community, can mobilize the community to work together with them, because no one police force can really fight any kind of situation like we're dealing with by itself. This cannot be a police operation alone. You need the politicians, the councillors, you don't just go and blame the government. All right, you have to take some initiative in mobilizing your community. This is what we need in Trinidad and Tobago. Observe, report. It helps. Nobody tell you to walk the street.
And it has to be a police service, not a police force. Right.
So what I'm saying is a lot of people don't seem to understand.
We don't need a killing machine.
You want me to walk the street? No. Sit in your gallery. I wanted to send Trinidad Marco. So if you don't understand what is observe, Marco and report. Maybe that makes sense to you. Okay?
Yeah, but Gary, and we're gonna go to the closing comments after this. Gary, I don't have a problem with the police defending themselves against criminals. I don't have a problem with that. If you apprehend a person and the person should shoot at you or point a revolver at you, you have to defend yourself at all costs. All costs. However, if you are going to take it into your hands to execute them because you think they are criminals, right? You have to understand there are consequences for your actions too as well. There's consequences on both sides of the political divide, both sides of the fence.
I have some questions about that, because somehow I get the feeling like there's some kind of hidden order, because that's their means of fighting crime, and you can't fight it with one recipe.
Gary, it's not a hidden order. It's a fully exposed order. It's hidden. It's fully out in the public domain. Fully out.
That is not. You don't go and say. You don't tell the police to go and gun down anybody. You feel like you're.
But Gary,
that's
one shot, one kill. One shot, one kill.
No, that one shot, one kill was the
right. Let me continue that another night.
Let me continue that another night. We're gonna save that for another night. Let's save that for another night.
All right, people. Good night.
So wait. The closing comments before you go.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to encourage people to take a stand in their community and engage their politician, because they may not engage you. So, I would encourage you to engage your politician in addressing the issues in your community. I think we can resolve this crime situation and make Trinidad a safer place if we all work together. But there are several resources has to come together. You can't leave people to rot. I don't think it's not going to backfire any. All right? The resources of the country has to trickle down to the people. The politicians need to get out their office or their throne that they're sitting on and get on the ground and get with the people, connect with the people, and make a difference. They say Wasinjuk went out there walking with the people. You see the reception that he got? The people was happy to see him. It was like a political messiah came down there. So there's a great disconnect. We all have to come together to work together to make Trinidad a better place. But if we continue the way we're going, we're heading down a very slippery slope, and I don't seem like it's going to be any return if we don't stand up and take a stand. So it's not always the next man problem; it is your problem. You can't hide behind your four walls. You got to come out outside those walls. So we all have to work together. All right. With that, I will say good night.
Thank you, Gary. Okay. Tommy, closing comments.
Well, this has been a very difficult few days for me since my neighbor and really good friend, one who was very athletic, fell with a massive heart attack on Sunday.
Oh,
and
sorry to hear that.
No.
Yeah.
it
Sorry to hear.
is really, I don't even know what to say about what it is. This person encouraged me so much to look after my own health and to exercise and stuff like that. And as very fit as he was, it's a shock to everyone. He's younger than I am too by 4 months. So I'd like to say, my brother Brian, rest in peace. It's been really nice having you as a neighbor and a good friend. This is a very difficult time, but I appreciate everything. I appreciate being in the village here and all the encouragement that we're getting. I appreciate it also. A present good night to each and everyone. Love always.
Thank you, Tommy. So my closing quote is, the question isn't who is going to let me, it's who is going to stop me. From where I sit, this is it. The cock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent. When talent does not work out, and for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Go ahead, Anna.
I want to end with a couple of quotes. First one is by John C. Maxwell. People may teach you what they know, but they reproduce what they are. What you are speaks so loudly, I can't hear what you are saying. Ralph Waldo Emerson. And the three most important ways to lead people are by example, example, example. Albert Schweitzer. This is your poet and your global ambassador. We have, friendly banter here in the village. Love my brother Gary. I have to get him baptized. Good night, beloved people. Stay safe. And I want to pay me Rose.
All right. Yeah. So let's go to the closing comments in the chat. Vonnie Roberts' closing comment. As citizens, we need to be honest to ourselves and give credit when due. When we look at the last 7 years of governance, it's all to see. Let's live in unity, love to all. That's Vonnie Roberts. Rennie Mohammed, we're going to play Nature's Plan for you. Yeah. My dog is one love still, all the time. Rennie Mohammed says, we are all one people under the same sun. Peace, love to everyone. My dog says, Sam, look, can be deceived and laugh out loud. Okay. My dog says, with every caterpillar, there's a butterfly. Where there's a will, there's a way. We are one people under one flag. Stand together, vote smart, and avoid political brain fat. One love, stay safe. Good night. Thank you, my dog. Nutscake says, the youth are our future. Don't kill them to come unto thee. Nature, nurture, and help them for a better future. Thank you, Nutscake. All right. So Vonnie says, Wall should I hear Mother Bernie spanking the PDP this morning for not meeting the people, not even taking their phone call. Yeah, we addressed that here before. My dog says, what people in government don't understand, the government serves all people, not one race or party. They're getting paid to serve the people. They are servants of the people. Yeah, I don't know why they don't understand that, you know. I really don't.
And KCR is public servant number one.
Yeah. So I miss some of these, boy. Marduk says the laptop program was a great initiative. She may have some minor flaws in her time, but majority of the stuff she did fix us for the long term. Just politics at P&M change course. All right. I see. So I think that's it, you know. Marduk said WZYE is we home. We always be home. Yeah, man. Full 100. Marduk said we come back home for the carnival. We come back home for peas and rice. Oh God. I forget how Marduk. I forget how Marduk was Marduk and Ellis. I see Ellis tonight, boy.
Yeah, he was in here earlier.
Okay, like your wife take back his phone early, boy. Oh look, Nadia cousin coming. Your wife take back his laptop early.
Yeah, early o'clock. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Closing comments, Nadia.
Past his bedtime.
Yeah, past the bedtime. You take it away from him early. Closing comments. Blessed night to my beloved people in the village. Please be safe. Remember, people, life never seems the way we want it, but we live it the best way we can. There's no perfect life. Thank you, Nadia.
And Nadia, Stormy is fine. He's in bed. In his bed.
Yeah. For every action, there's an equal or opposite reaction. Facts and some. Yep. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go out with this song by Johnny King's Native Plan. This was recommended by Rennie.
Okay.
That's a good one. That's a good one, boy. That's a real good one. Johnny King. So folks, enjoy. And as usual, okay, what is it? It's playing still, right? Tell a friend to tell a friend.
destruction of the real.